Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Feeding your passion for local sports in the afternoon. It's the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Kyle Draper on your radio at 1140 a.m.
Streaming audio at SactownSports.com and the Sactown Sports app.
You can also watch the show on YouTube at Sactown Sports 1140. Here are the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Kyle Draper.
Welcome into the Drive Guys, everyone. It's your boy Drapes. We got Jay. Yesterday, Jay said, Drapes, let it breathe a little bit. Let it breathe a little bit. I let it breathe for about a second and a half just now. We're here with you for the next 4 hours. You just heard Kevin Whitey Gleason on the Allen Styles Show from 10 to 2. Hopefully, the Drive Guys will be reunited like Peaches and Herb tomorrow, if you will. But for the next 4 hours, Jay, it's me and you holding it down here.
I guess we're going to have to talk about 49ers, the Eagles. No, I'm just playing. Yeah, absolutely, brother. Let's get it popping. Let's get it moving.
You ain't trying to talk. If you can tell me one positive item to come out of Santa Clara, come out of John Lynch's office and Kyle Shanahan's office over the last 24 hours, the best thing that's happened to the Niners is they got to win.
Truth.
Other than that, Jay,
oof,
they dropping like flies.
Per usual.
They ain't got no kicker.
Per usual.
This team, and not only dropping like flies, big fella, I was thinking about it today. If you ain't heard the news, George Kittle's on IR.
Wow.
That's big.
IR.
Now he's going to miss a week or two.
Man.
At minimum 4 games.
Man.
He's out. Got the right hamstring, so he's going to be out the Saints, Cardinals, Jaguars, and Rams.
All winnable games.
You
not counting that Rams game?
That Rams game.
I was trying to sneak it in here. Okay, all right, okay.
Hey, and don't let my boy Trevor Lawrence, who's 1-0 this season so far,
man, they play who? Carolina?
Who? Oh, yeah, they beat Carolina. I know, but a win is a win. Hey, and the Cardinals, Kyler Murray had your number last year. And so if you're the Niners, and I was thinking this, Jay.
Right.
3 of their top 4 offensive weapons, if you will, are banged up. I didn't even mention Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy dealing with his injury as well, shoulder and toe injuries. So you got Brock Purdy banged up. You got George Kittle banged up, Juwan Jennings, and then I didn't even bring up Ayuk. This team, and you're a card-carrying member of the Niners Bang Bang Niner gang, this team is besieged once again by injuries. You like that word, right?
Yes, sir.
That word.
Sir.
Dude, what is going on with your squad, big fella?
I have no clue. Drapes. And immediately, I saw it yesterday, Kittle, hamstring issue. And we know how a hamstring is. Mm-hmm. It's one of those tricky kind of injuries where you just don't know day to day how you're going to feel. You might wake up feeling fantastic. You might wake up feeling like you're 45. And if you're above 40, then you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's one of those injuries where you just can't really quantify. You can't see a tear. You can't see a break, a bone break,
mm-hmm.
A muscle tear. It's kind of one of those things where it's, how do you feel, George?
Just a little twinge.
Something ain't there,
ain't there.
And so you rather put them on ice and miss the first couple of, first few weeks prior to coming back, as people like to talk about in sports commentary, rushing back early, and then all of a sudden he's gone for the rest of the year. I don't know, Drapes. I mean, that one I kind of expected, but I sure didn't wake up to hear Brock Purdy injury. And when I saw Brock Purdy injury, I said, Brock Purdy injury? What?
You look fine. You look
good.
good.
All right. The toe, here we go. Oh, but it was about the shoulder that he allegedly landed on. And Kyle Shanahan talked about, he came back, fought through it, led the team to a W. But that's an issue. George Kittle is a problem, but problems can be more times than not fixed. The lingering issue is if Brock Purdy is hurt after week 1, even if he's okay to come back next week, is it one of those things, Drapes, where it's going to be he's going to deal with this for the entire season?
He's gonna be nicked
or
up all
again,
season.
do you need to sit in for 2, 3, 4 weeks for it to heal properly and then come back?
I'm trying to, and I admit, I have a hard time talking about the Niners. Not because I don't want to, but I'm a little biased.
Of course, you're supposed to.
And I know it's only after week 1, but I said it last year when you had the contract issues with Trent Williams and Brandon Ayuk. You had CMC banged up in camp. It just didn't feel right. It just was off. And I'm starting to have that feeling now. Jay. Already, big fella.
I will say this. You did say in the offseason, prior to a couple months, even June, July-ish, I don't remember specifically, but you were like, this doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
You're not feeling right because of the injuries?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm feeling something's off with this team. And I see the tweets out there, and you've talked about it before too. The medical staff, we got to get into that.
Yeah.
Every year, and every team deals with stuff, but damn, week 1, you're already talking no Kittle, Juwan Jennings, Brock Purdy, all banged up, and of course Ayuk. And I don't want to say because the schedule is what it is. The schedule is, one of the easiest in the league. But Jay, with Kittle out 4 games, that means Arizona division game.
Yeah, need that
Rams
one. Need that
division
one.
game.
Need that one.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and this ain't a tough schedule. I understand that. But over these next 4, you can't go 1-3. You can't be 2-3 after 5 games with this schedule.
No.
You know what I mean?
No, you definitely can't.
And so we'll get into Jake Moody coming up in a second here. But I hear you talking about Brock Purdy, and who's a solid quarterback. Brock Purdy is a good quarterback. But you got Mac Jones right there. You're not feeling good, Mac Jones?
I'm not. I'll be honest. I saw all the information, and you hear Shanahan, and I was just literally looking for the sound and or the quote. But Mac Jones is a decent backup. Can we say that? He's a decent backup?
Yeah.
He's not a high caliber backup. Not to me.
Right.
That's to me.
He's still, to me, really unproven. Hasn't shown me anything.
That's very true.
Far.
You don't. Yeah. So basically, I think you're saying we don't know. Right. We don't know what he really is. I can agree with that. Yeah. But I will say this, Drapes. I don't give a damn if you're the third string. Nathan Peterman, Tanner Mordecai, Kyle Ledbetter. You better go out and beat the Saints. That much I know. And that's the only solace I have in the fact that if you have a problem with Brock Purdy, it's get him immediate medical attention starting yesterday. And if it's a toe, 2 weeks, big fella, a week and a half, whatever we need you to do next week heading into the game. If you got to take off, we got to put you on a go-kart like Deion Sanders. I don't know what we need to do to get you off your toes. Your wife, put you on one of them little, when you break your
knee
ankle
scooter or something like that.
Something of that nature. The wife should have it ready by the driveway as soon as you come in. I don't know. But if a shoulder is something that we need to really start to pay attention to, and it doesn't sound like that, but if it's something that's going to be serious and lingering, we're in trouble. You can see, I think you can rest the toe. Just get off your feet.
Right.
The shoulder, I'm not 100% on
with
it. Yeah, I don't know how you do that.
If you're the Niners, because you have bigger goals than just week 2, week 3. Are you giving them this weekend off no matter what? Like you said, Kyle Ledbetter could be starting at quarterback. You better beat the Saints.
You better beat them.
It's on the road, but
Better beat them.
who they got? Spencer Rattler?
Yeah, you better beat them. You have to. And this is the thing. I understand that it's not a throwing situation for Brock Purdy.
Right, opposite shoulder.
Absolutely. But I also understand that they go hand in hand. I've been an athlete for a long time. And I've always said this too, Drapes. The human body is incredible. Some of the things you can withstand, and then it's certain things where it could be the smallest paper cut.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a rock in your shoe. It could be the tag in your shirt sticking you in the back. And it just feels uncomfortable. But then someone could take 6 stab wounds
Knife
to the
stab?
yeah, to the arm, the chest, and they live. The human body is incredible. I don't know, and that's the toughest part about it, is it could be a thing or it could not be. But I know if he's continuously playing and it's hurt, it's an ailment, I'm a little worried. I truly am.
I would love to hear from Niners fans, 916-339-1140, because...
And I understand we got people texting it. I get it. It's not his throwing
right.
shoulder. I got that.
But that's why I likened it to last year, Jay. It just seems like they can't get right. And I know it's early. And they still got tons of games left. A schedule that's easy. But that's why these next 3-4 games with this soft schedule are so important. Like I said, you can't be 2-3. 2 losses in the division. You got to find a way to win. And I'll keep it real. I know you got the win against the Seattle Seahawks, but it ain't like you went out there and won 30-3 or something like that. You had to gut that one out. So in my opinion, at this point, you got to take every team seriously. The Saints might be saying, oh, we got a banged-up Niners team coming down.
Nah, wait a minute now. We ain't the Sacramento Kings. We in a get-right game now.
That's what I was going
to No, we ain't no get-right game.
If Brock can't go, no Kittle, perhaps no Juwan Jennings, no Ayuk, is it CMC and Tricky Ricky P?
Yeah, baby.
Campio asked the question, why do the Niners have so many injuries?
I have no clue. I don't think anyone knows. We had Rod Brooks on for the first time last week, Friday, Drapes.
Oh, did? Okay.
And I said to Rod, me and Whitey were having conversations last week. It is inevitable at this point for the 49ers. I truly believe Trent Williams is going to miss 3 to 4 games.
Damn.
I truly believe George Kittle is going to miss 3 to 4 games. I truly believe CMC is going to miss 3 to 4 games. To me, those 3, it's inevitable.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked that to Rod Brooks. And Rod said, CMC has kind of been his MO. He misses 3, 4, 5 games a season. He's like, yeah, but George Kittle, man, he just plays so hard. And I don't really think that's his MO. And I said, Rod, I wanted to. I let him do his Dougie. But if you go back and look at the history of George Kittle, especially the last 5 years, he misses 3 to 4, 5 games a season. It was inevitable. Now, I wasn't asking for it to be after game 1, but man, Trent Williams went down. Remember?
Yeah.
He bounced back up.
The thing about the Niners that I would be worried about, and you said it, Jay, no matter who's at quarterback, they should beat the Saints.
They should.
But the one thing that can derail a team is injuries. It's relying on guys in different positions, if you will. That Mac Jones, all of a sudden now, if Purdy can't go, because I will say this about Brock Purdy. I thought in week 1, because the narrative regarding Brock has been, oh, it's all about the weapons. I feel like at times in week 1, he elevated the play of others. The dime, like you said, the Ricky Pearsall. Like some of the play, like he went out and made plays to win the game. It wasn't because he handed it to CMC or a dump off to CMC and got it done. But if you're without Kittle, Juwan Jennings, Ayuk, and you're counting on Mac Jones to go out there and win the game, do you have the weapons to be like, Mac, just get it to the playmakers, or is it a 10-6 game? Something like that.
I think you might have to lean on the defense a little bit more. But and this is the tough part, because all we've been hearing all offseason, and Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch and the people, running back coaches been talking about, we don't want to run CMC into the ground.
Right.
Hence why they went out and got B-Rob. And you have Isaac Garendo. Juszczyk still comes out the backfield, still does a lot. But as you said, there are a few different weapons who are now getting ready to be sitting down. And if not sitting down, they may be banged up. Like we haven't got anything on Double J, on Juwan Jennings just yet. I'm expecting, and maybe this is just my 49er glasses, for him to miss this game.
You think so?
I think so. Because 49ers rarely have good news in the form of, oh yeah, he's going to play. I feel like I've been stained. I have, it's kind of the MO for 49ers. Yeah, he's not going to play. He's banged up. He's probably not going to play next week. Next man up. Now, defensively, they may have to lead the way this upcoming week. But a 10-7 game might look about right.
Looking at the strength and conditioning staff, because people are weighing in.
Oh, man.
For a time to look at the team trainer, 916. The training staff doesn't even know why there are so many injuries. That's the problem. The worst training staff in the league.
Who said that?
Somebody from the 916.
Man, if they put their name on it, shouts out to them. If I had tickets, I'd send it your way.
And you talked about it 2 years ago, Jay. You were saying that.
Yep.
When we first started the Drive Guys. The medical staff needs to be looked at. Their head strength and conditioning coach is Mike Nicolini. He's in his third season. Was an intern with the team strength and conditioning department in 2018. Was with San Jose State. It makes no sense why a team and an organization like the San Francisco 49ers have to deal with so many. To me, when I look at the Niners, they should be the gold standard when it comes to everything. Best training staff, best facilities, best nutritionists. It's the Niners we talking about, Jay. And I feel like the organization is, I don't want to say cutting corners, because I don't know if it's a financial thing. They're not taking care of the details. They're not doing the things necessary to put themselves in the best position to win a Super Bowl. We talked yesterday about the wide receiver position. Shanahan holding on to Jake Moody for too long, some people say. Today, Moody released by the organization. We'll talk about that coming up in a second.
Kicker talk.
Yeah, we got to get into it, man. Because it's in my squad, the Eagles, I'll say this too. We suffered from that for a while. But now it seems like Howie Roseman, they figured it out. The Niners are a proud organization. They are one of the premier franchises in all of football, a worldwide following. They should have the best of the best. And Jay, we were talking about the wide receivers yesterday. When's the last time the Niners had a blow to top off You look at the Niners' great years, they always had a wide out. Yeah. Whether it's Rice, John Taylor, T.O. even, Bolden, like whoever.
You ain't got no love for J.J. Stokes?
No, I ain't giving you J.J. Stokes. But in their heyday, Randy Moss, like, they were an attractive destination for big-name players. I don't want to blame Shanahan too much or Lynch, but they not dotting the I's and crossing the T's. They're honestly, Jay, if I'm being honest, I'm giving them maybe a B- through their tenure. Maybe a B just because of the results. But you could argue this team and franchise has underachieved. The injuries, it's an issue. Niners fans, you're weighing in, you're saying every year, oh, man, we're hurt again. Jay already going into the season saying Kittle, everybody's going to be banged up a couple of games here or there. It just doesn't make sense to me, man.
You know what, Drapes? They come out with the amenities ranking from an NFLPA every year, right?
Yep.
And so I always take a look at, we all do. From what you gather, and we're blessed to have conversations with some of these players, guys. I know a few guys over there in the 49ers organization. They're treated top notch. Like everything that I've ever heard that comes out of the 49ers, they're treated very, very well. They're taken care of. Mm-hmm. They don't skim on a budget. They're not Marge Schott in the Cincinnati Reds.
Right.
Cleveland Browns, the Bengals, I should say, rather, Cincinnati Bengals. But you know what always catches my eye with the 49ers, and I had to make sure I wasn't tripping because I remember when this just came out this past year, they finished 8th out of 32 teams
in
overall.
Yeah.
But this is what catches my eye. And I wanted to make sure I went back to it. It's interesting you said a B-. Training room 49ers. 21st out of 32.
And it's the players survey?
This is the NFLPA player survey. Mm-hmm. 21st out of 32, a B-. That's the training room. Training staff. 25th out of 32, a B-. But then you look at the other things. This is interesting. Team travel, A. Head coach, A. Strength coaches, A. Weight room, A. Food, dining area, A. Treatment of families, B+. But then you get to the training room, you get to the training staff. And I've also asked, what about the nutritionists, the dietitians?
Right.
I always look at that too. But this is training room. I'll give you a few things. Players mention that the sauna frequently breaks.
Come on, man.
84% of the 49er players feel they have enough full-time trainers. They rank up 25 out of 32, though. 87 of the players feel they have full-time physical therapists. They rank 13 out of 32, so they're good right there, top half. 81% of the players feel they have enough hot tub space. 17 out of 32. 81 of the players feel they have enough cold tub space. 18 out of 32. Now, here you go with training staff, and this is what catches my eye. 49er players report that they receive enough one-on-one training treatment, ranking them 24th out of 32, 80%. The players feel that the training staff slightly contributes to their overall success, but rank them 25 out of 32. So I'm just reading black and white. These dudes are pros. I'm not sitting up here saying these guys don't have the best of the best, the creme de la creme. I'm not saying they sitting up at a high school gym. It's musty when you walk in.
Right.
The pad, I'm not saying that. So I don't really need anybody to say, but I'm also saying we're talking about diamonds, gold, platinum, the creme de la creme.
Right.
But they got them K certified diamonds. They're a little hazy.
Yeah, right.
They're a little cloudy.
Yeah.
Got a little yellow tint to them. And that's the tough part about it is if the team is beginning to say this, then there's gotta be something to it. 81% is a fine number. That's a high number.
Yeah.
But if you're saying 81% and that puts you at 25 out of 32, that must mean there's a lot of better training staffs considering, because players talk to players. You on the plane with people every single day. Yeah. Players talk to players. You talk to other play-by-play color analysts. You talk to players that throughout the league, your boys. You talk to beat reporters, insiders. All of those people all the time. You're going to your play-by-play meetings in a few weeks in New York. How many times have we heard you on this air say, I don't know. I'm thinking Michael Grady has come up to me, hit me, and was like, hey, we just traded somebody to Minnesota and they want a detailed breakdown.
Right.
Man, what's up with Big Dog? How's he get in? How's he travel? How's his family? It happens. People talk. Something is going on with the 49ers training staff. And I have no clue what it is. And just like the person said from the 916, they don't even know what's going on. And that's a problem.
916-339-1140. 916-339-1140. Is it the training staff? What's going on with the Niners and all these injuries? Plus, Jake Moody, gone, out, released, waived. We're going to take your phone calls, dive into that. That's coming up next here. It's the Drive Guys, Sactown Sports, 1140.
Time to check out Capital Casino.
What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma cloud phone system. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very
calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Need cash fast? Tap into the value of your home with a home equity line of credit from Valley Strong Credit Union. Whether it's for home improvements, debt consolidation, or that dream vacation, you can get your cash offer in minutes. That's right, just minutes to unlock the power of your home's equity with no hard credit pull to see how much cash you can get. No stress, no waiting, just smart local banking that puts you first. Grow your possibilities with Valley Strong Credit Union. Visit valleystrong.com to get started today.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. I got to tell you, I am so excited to get this decking project started with Trex Decking and Railings. From the first time I stepped foot in the showroom last week, I was so impressed. So many color options, heat-resistant composite deck. What does that mean? That means I don't have to do any maintenance on it whatsoever. They even have a deck designer, so you can go online and see what your dream deck will look like on your house. Just visit Trex, that's Trex.com to get it started. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. We're dedicated to serving people 50 and up like me. Our needs are different. Big Wireless wants us in an unlimited plan, but if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on affordable, reliable plans, including data that suits your needs, not ours. Our plans start at just $20, and you'll get the best customer service in the business.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-838-6767. That's 800-838-6767.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. Country in the Park 2 this Saturday at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Locash, Vincent Mason, and Averyana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. This Saturday at Cal Expo with Proactive Pest Control, Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet, and Red's Pizzeria and Tap House. Tickets at CITPfest.com.
Capital Casino, conveniently located on 411th North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
Hey, Sacramento homeowners, imagine the coolest, most comfortable summer in 30 years, leaving air conditioning giants drowning in overstock. That's your golden ticket to massive savings right now at Sierra Pacific. We've forged powerhouse partnerships with the world's top manufacturers. They trust us for flawless installations, unbeatable service, and our massive reach across Sacramento to move their inventory fast. In return, exclusive, jaw-dropping discounts just for you. Upgrade your home with premium systems at rock-bottom prices, installed by the region's elite craftsmen and backed by ironclad warranties and legendary support. Plus, snag huge tax credits and SMUD rebates to slash costs even further. This inventory clearing bonanza won't last. Seize it today. Call Sierra Pacific for your free in-home consultation and discover the perfect system for your ultimate comfort. Dial 916-638-0543 now or head to SierraPacificHome.com. Don't miss out. Your cooler, cozier home awaits.
Sierra Pacific Solar Heating and Air. The guys in the big red trucks.
There is no better duo. Nope. Never.
It's the Drive Guys.
Right here on Sactown Sports.
Back here on the Drive Guys, Sactown Sports, 1140, Drapes and Jay here with you till 6 o'clock. Coming up in about 10 to 15 minutes, my guy Jemai Webster, he's the sideline reporter for the Boston Red Sox, who are in town taking on the Athletics out at Sutter Health Field. I'm going to talk to him about this series, what he thinks of the ballpark. Also, Rafael Devers, former Red Sox, going to get his insight onto Devers with the Giants. That's coming up in just a little bit. But first, Jay, how does Kyle Shanahan go from, yup, no doubt Jake Moody's going to be our kicker next week, to on Tuesday, he's releasing him? Not saying it's the wrong decision. Not saying it's the wrong decision, because when you look at Jake Moody's numbers over 32 games in the regular season, he hit just 74.2% of his kicks. They did bring in Eddie Pinheiro, veteran kicker for the Bears, Jets, Panthers, played in 70 games. He's in there for a workout today, a tryout today. But I thought Shanahan was going to stick with Moody. He made the right decision. But here's the question, Jay. What took him so long? First of all, when you saw what happened the other day, 916-339-1140, your chance to weigh in on this. When you saw Moody the other day, the block kick wasn't his fault. That was poor protection. But if Kyle Shanahan can get rid of Jake Moody after one missed kick, because I'm going to say it was one because the block not counting, he was on thin ice before the season even started. Why even run him back to start the season, Jay? I think we all agree it's the right move.
Yep.
But damn, what took you so long, big fella?
Banana in the tailpipe. And we all fell for it. He's going to be back. Nope. And they probably it's easy. And one thing about Shanahan, Whitey talks about Kyle, he'll talk to you square dead in your face.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow will be something completely different. He doesn't mind lying. He doesn't mind, getting out there and playing the coach role. I think it's the best move. It's the right move. We talked about it yesterday. I think Jake Moody needs a change of scenery. Why it did not happen heading into the season, the only thing I always say is follow your nose, which is follow the money. Maybe something in the contract stated that, if we cut him prior, and I looked for this earlier today to make sure I wasn't missing anything. We know certain dates on the calendar. You can let a player go and don't have to eat so much salary and dead money and have to pay out so much money. I couldn't find anything that said that. And of course, it's only week 2. But I think it's what we saw on the sideline and what we heard from Pam Oliver, which you brought attention to yesterday. The players looked around and start kind of having a problem. And maybe they did heading into the offseason. Maybe they were all focused on, week 1 and coming together. But it's different. When the lights turn on and you under that spotlight drapes and you go out there and you banging shoulders and heads for so many minutes a game, and then everything goes on the leg of the kicker and they missing 27 yarders, it's a problem. And I'm pretty sure, and I said this to you yesterday, if I'm a player who's not a captain, I go to my captain and say, something needs to be done. We need to have a conversation, and you are the extension of us players. Cap, I'm going to need you to go talk to Kyle, Lynch, York. I don't care if you got to call Eddie, DeBartolo. Some got to change. Something got to change.
So the Jake Moody era lasts two plus years. And when you look at the numbers, just 74.2% of his kicks he converted. I thought he was A-okay his first year, rookie year. He was okay. But he regressed last year, and it became mental, like Jay said, 100%. Now they're holding tryouts, auditions for kickers. It looks like Eddie Pinheiro is the clubhouse leader, 70 games. He made 88.1% of his kicks with the Bears, Jets, and the Panthers. So maybe he's the answer now that Jake Moody is gone. But damn, Jay, you invested a 3rd-round pick.
That thing, bye-bye, brother.
It's
over.
It's like, I play fantasy football.
That's an old lineman.
That's it, right. That's an old lineman.
And the 49ers need it.
And you needed it. You could have got a kicker in the 5th round, 6th.
Get one off the pine.
Go ahead.
Real fast before you move on. Before you make your point. Can I throw this in there for you?
Yeah.
Because I think you might be going a certain way. How is it we're having tryouts the second Tuesday of the NFL season?
Right.
When you knew,
shouldn't you already have somebody?
Man, you should have had a Rolodex as long as a scroll. And I don't care if Jake Moody, if you had to go put Jake Moody on the side field where Jimmy G was practicing, or you had to go put these other kickers on the side field where Jimmy G was practicing. I don't give a damn if you had to put them in the middle of Great America, Kyle Draper, and had them practice, and try out with kicks. It is foolishness. It is truly malpractice that you didn't have a list of at least 10 guys who are in shape. You have their phone number, their agent phone number, their assistant phone number, their significant other phone number, their mama's phone number, and everybody else to get in contact with them. Because I would have said as soon as Jake Moody hits one up off the upright and my captains or somebody come to me, you're on speed dial.
Yeah.
It's malpractice.
Right.
Why is anyone trying out? It's week 2 of the NFL season. You should know who doing what, who can do what by now.
Because you already knew going in.
Man, that's ridiculous.
this dude was on thin ice.
Yes.
You had Greg Joseph in.
And they cut him fast.
And Matt Mayoko says Greg Joseph will not be the new kicker for the San Francisco 49ers.
Which is fine, Drapes. That lets me know you didn't like what he did, his results, the ill kui, whatever.
Right.
You didn't like something about him, so you got rid of him fast to keep some, other roster spots open during the preseason. But no reason you should be trying out kickers now.
Right.
Matter of fact, it's a cold game to play, but you probably should have had 3 guys at the local Sawyer. Seriously.
Right.
At the local Waldorf Astoria, the W. Just stay across the street.
Just stay ready.
Look,
you're right. And
an externship. We got an externship position ready for you.
And there's so many veterans out there. It ain't no open tryouts, whoever you should know who's available. You should know who's on the waiver wire, who's in the free agent market. That's shocking. 916-339-1140. I want to get to these calls, Jay. Let's go to Cameron on line 1. Cameron, you're on with Drapes and Jay.
Hey, what's up, fellas? Good afternoon.
Good. What's up, man?
Hey, man. So I got a couple of things on the Niners. Obviously, I've been a Niner fan since '73. The beauty of the football season is we all have hope. We're 1-0. We're going undefeated, winning the Super Bowl. That's what everybody's mindset has to be every time. As far as Jake Moody goes, it don't make for good radio, but he's trash. Let's move on and get another kicker. It don't even really matter at this point. And it just shows you the power of social media, because I think we had a lot to do with him going away after 2. That many memes, you got to get rid of it. That's 1. 2, I was actually critical of Debo when, he did his thing with Jake Moody, and then I started to think about it. And then I went back and watched videos of all the kicks he missed. And what pissed me off the most, this dude never looks angry when he misses something. He got that straight face, oh, I'm so sad. No, you throw a Gatorade bottle, punch somebody, do something, show emotion. Anyway, so that's all I got to say about him. He gone. Whoever we bring in is the same or better. So who cares?
All right, Cameron, appreciate the call.
Yeah, real quick, one more thing. As far as the training staff goes, I'm not hypercritical of that because it's the same dudes that are hurt. If we had a bunch of random people just getting hurt here, there, everywhere, maybe it'd be a thing, but it's the same dudes. You see what I'm saying? And I think we should have a heavy dose of Garindo and Robinson next week because, like, when you got a bum knee, you favor the other one, and that gets sore. With everybody else being hurt, don't get CMC hurt. That dude fragile as a bubble. You need to protect him until the boys are back.
No, that's a good point there, Cameron. No, that's a great point. CMC 31 touches last week, and now you're going to have an even more depleted offense. You can't just run him into the ground already. He's already fragile, like he said, and he's the franchise player.
I will say this. Yeah. The only thing I disagree, and I think Cameron has good, strong stuff. The only thing I would disagree with Cameron is I think we hear the same guys are injured, but I totally disagree the same guys have been injured because there's been a litany of guys. I could talk. I mean, that whole defensive line last year was massacre.
Right.
But of course, we don't talk about the Kalia Davises of the world every single week. We don't talk about the Yatura Gross-Matos every week. But if you go back and look at last year and the last couple, like D Winters we've been waiting for him to arrive the last 3 years since he's been drafted. He's been banged up. He's been hurt. How bit we forget so many, we just, like, Malik Mustafa was not supposed to come in and start last year.
Right.
Talanoa Hufanga was banged up. Then guess who got hurt? Jair Brown got hurt. Ronaldo Green came in because corner Shavarius Ward was hurt. I disagree with that completely. We could look at the numbers. Like the last 3, 4, 5 years, it has been tragedy when it comes to the 49ers. Of course, we pinpoint the Brock Purdy's, the George Kittles, the CMCs, the big name guys. But if you go up and down the list of the 49ers, and who's missed games in the last 3, 4, 5 years, it's sprinkled everywhere. McGlinchey's been hurt. Like, it's been so many. Puny got the start because remember, Burford and Banks was hurting up again last year.
Yeah. 916-339-1140. We'll continue this Niners conversation, obviously, throughout the afternoon. We're going to get into some A's talk as well. Red Sox sideline reporter Jemai Webster joins us. It's the Drive Guys, Sactown Sports, 1140.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right. So we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Listen to the 49er Rewind daily. Brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza, the official pizza of the 49ers. Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
With football in the air, fall is almost here. Time to start thinking about the cooler weather ahead and whether your heater will be able to get you through the winter. Our heater fell apart last winter, so who did we call? Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating. We wanted somebody we could trust to do the job right and deliver great value, and Lee's came through. Check them out at leesair.com. Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating has built a reputation as the leading HVAC company in Sacramento. We've got a new HVAC system that works great, saves us money month to month. Find out how they can help you at leesair.com. License number 635355.
Just announced, Stockton Honda has been named #1 of California's best car dealers in 2025 by USA Today and Statista. This prestigious award is based on thousands of customer reviews and recommendations, ranking dealerships for service, value, and satisfaction. Out of hundreds evaluated, Stockton Honda is proud to be #1, recognized for all-around excellence and commitment to our customers. Visit Stockton Honda, where reputation meets the road.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Shit. Yeah, my whole clique bout it.
Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sactown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sactown Sports app.
Back here on the Drive, guys. Sactown Sports, 1140. Drapes and Jay hanging with you till 6 o'clock. Coming up at the top of the hour, the burning questions for the Sacramento Kings going into training camp. We'll get into that. Then coming up at 3:30, my boy Jemai Webster just called us up, just hollered at us, said he wants to push it back till 3:30, so we'll have him.
Must be indulging in the fine delicatessens of Sacramento, baby.
Yeah, I know he was going golfing today. He asked me.
That might be where he at, because he was like, yeah, man. I said, let's push it back. I already heard it in your voice. I heard it in his voice.
You heard it, huh? So we'll have Jemai coming up at 3:30, talk about Rafael Devers, talking about this Red Sox Athletics series, tough loss yesterday for the A's, 7-0 out at Sutter Health Park, game 2 of their 3-game set tomorrow. But back to the 49ers conversation. Jake Moody out. Who's in? We still don't know. We also know that the Niners are dealing with a bunch of injuries. Brock Purdy has a shoulder and a toe he's dealing with. George Kittle placed on IR, so he's going to miss at least the next 4 games. The Saints, Cardinals, Jaguars, and Rams with the right hamstring. The team did announce that they've signed wide receiver Kendrick Bourne to a 1-year deal as well. So a lot of Niners news. We're going to get back to the phone lines, Jay. 916-339-1140. Steven, you've been hanging on. What's up, Steven? You're on with Drapes and Jay.
Man, what's good, boys? How you guys doing?
Good. What's up, man? Appreciate you holding on. What's going on?
Oh, absolutely, baby. Absolutely. Okay, so with this whole Jake Moody thing, this should have been done a long time ago. I, your grandmother, your mother, your neighbor's grandmother, and their mother also know it too, okay? This whole thing with Jake Moody, I really feel like has to do with Kyle Shanahan's stubbornnness because this was his pick. Like I heard this on the show earlier with Trey Lance. Trey Lance wanted as soon as he had the opportunity to get Trey Lance off the roster and off the team, he did it instantaneously because that was not necessarily his pick. He didn't necessarily want him. He wanted Mac Jones instead. So that's how I can tell the difference between what Kyle Shanahan wanted and who he didn't want. You know what I mean? Second of all, this training staff is abysmal, and I agree with it. The player rankings and the ratings right there, I think, tell the entire tale. I think the head training staff that you guys mentioned that came from San Jose State, who has only been there for 3 years, I think should tell the tale too, because these injuries have been about 3 years old that this thing has been plaguing us with these injuries. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that I feel like that are kind of written in stone right now that just kind of tell the tale. Of course, we're never going to know because Kyle Shanahan is a mute and he doesn't really say much, during press conference and stuff like that, which I get. But at the same time, Kyle Shanahan, your stubbornness is going to be our downfall if you aren't afraid to let the reins loose. You know what I mean? It's okay to be wrong, and it's okay to accept defeat whenever you make a wrong decision, and it's okay to pivot off of that bad decision to go in a different direction. But don't risk your job and everyone else's job because you are too prideful and you think you're the best in the business. Granted that you have the stats to back that up because you are one of the best, smartest minds in football right now. And I will say that, but I mean, dude, he needs to pull his head out of his behind and see some daylight. That's just what I need. That's where I'm at with this, man. So, boys, you guys have a good day. I really appreciate you letting me have the floor, man. Thank you.
No problem, Stephen. Appreciate the support. Appreciate you always checking in with us. Jay, he mentioned Shanahan's stubbornness. And he could be right. But it's not only stubbornness. It feels like Shanahan always thinks he's the smartest guy in the room.
Think so?
Jay, how can you draft Jake Moody 3rd round?
Because he was great in college.
Come on, bro. But you don't draft it.
Right.
This ain't Janikowski or something like that.
Right. And people scoff when that happened.
Right. It's like
that's the Raiders being the Raiders.
Yeah, that's the Raiders being the Raiders. I'm looking at some of the highest drafted kickers. Nate Kading.
That's a good name.
Yeah, Chargers. 3rd round. Roberto Aguayo. You remember him? No, I don't remember him. I need to look him up. Mike Nugent, Jets. You remember him?
Yeah.
He was a 2nd rounder. Oof. And Janikowski, a 1st rounder.
Who the hell drafted Mike Nugent in the 2nd round? What year?
That was 2005.
5.
Was Rex there?
Trying to think who the general manager
is. I don't know
is.
who was there. But you rarely see it. But to me, the drafting of Jake Moody is Kyle saying, I know better than all these other people. I'm smarter. This is the guy. And to Steven's point, when you looked at the way Jake Moody finished last season, and like Jay said, how the hell you don't have somebody ready on speed dial? How the heck don't you have a true kicking competition in camp?
Yeah.
Like, Trey Lance, we said, wasn't his guy, and he got rid of him with the quickness. Quickness. But Jake Moody, you let ride into season 3? And I really thought, Jay, I thought he was going to keep him, too. I thought
Seriously?
After Sunday, the way he said it, and You're right. He don't mind lying, and he'd say one thing one day, and then bam, the next day, get this dude up out of here.
I thought, and you made it, again, I'll point to yesterday. You made a great point, and I watched the game twice. And I remember distinctly when Pam Oliver on the sideline said this kick or that kick, excuse me, caused a little dust up, a little ruffle on the sideline. And it wasn't just Kyle Shanahan. She said it was the players. Drape, she know how the game go, man. You're around high-paid athletes for a lot of your job, a lot of the time that you're doing your job. When your teammates begin to get down on you, when your team begins to turn their back on you, your family, your friend, when, we hear about teams, we're all in, we're in it together, and they start to turn their back on you. I knew for a fact, I said, he won't last first 3 games. That's what I was thinking. Now, I didn't think he might not make the Saints because it's the Saints. And knowing the team, okay, this is a get-right game. Maybe we can change his mentality. Yeah. But you could see it. When he missed that first kick, bang. And Cameron, spot on. Going back to the caller, Cameron. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. You don't have to be rah-rah. You don't have to be loud guy. You don't have to be quiet. You can be whoever you want to be. But one way or another, meaning express yourself, but one way or another, I need to see some emotion from you.
Right.
I need to see some angst. I need to see some encouragement. I need to see some, when you live it. I need to see when you're happy. I need to see when you're proud. I got to feel that from you. Coach Christie always say, you're going to feel it. You're going to feel us. I need to feel that from you. That's the type of guy when I'm playing sports, I need to feel something from you. And if I don't, then I can't mess with you. You're not my teammate. Again, I don't need you to be rah-rah. I don't need you to be a mute. But I got to feel something from you. And I don't fit, Moody just sitting there like,
yeah.
What we doing here? He just looks. And I know he's a human. I know he's not a robot to the best of our knowledge. So I know he feels something.
Right.
You're going to feel it in your pocket today, big time.
When's the last time we heard from Moody?
Preseason?
Like, he didn't answer a question. Like, usually you only talk to the kicker after a game winner or something.
A winner or
you shanked it. You shanked it. You messed exactly. Did he ever come out, I got to be better. This is unacceptable even for me. It just seemed like, and we know he's working hard behind the scenes. I'm not throwing no shade at him.
No.
But it just seemed like outwardly, publicly, it didn't bother him.
Yeah.
And like Cameron said, show some emotion, dude. Come out and say, my bad. Call a team meeting. Fellas, I'll be better next week.
Right.
I ain't heard no reports of that or nothing.
Nothing. I think that's why Debo jumped to conclusion last year.
Right. 916-339-1140. We'll continue the 49ers talk throughout the afternoon. Also, we got some news. Jay texted me some news about an NBA player signing a contract with his team, and it's not Jonathan Kuminga. We'll dive into that and the 5 pressing questions for the Kings as training camp nears. It's the Drive Guys here on Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Everyone has a past, but what happens if you've made mistakes and made good on that past, but it keeps following you? Are you looking for an attorney to erase past records and restore your rights? Maybe even restore your gun rights? Do you need a reputable criminal defense attorney who knows even good people make bad mistakes? Well, the attorneys at Gonzalez Law Office are here to help. Find Gonzalez Law Office online at saclegaldefense.com or call them at 916-304-9187. We don't settle for less, and neither should you.
Capital Casino, conveniently located on 411th North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
Need cash fast? Tap into the value of your home with a home equity line of credit from Valley Strong Credit Union. Whether it's for home improvements, debt consolidation, or that dream vacation, you can get your cash offer in minutes. That's right, just minutes to unlock the power of your home's equity with no hard credit pull to see how much cash you can get. No stress, no waiting, just smart local banking that puts you first. Grow your possibilities with Valley Strong Credit Union. Visit valleystrong.com to get started today.
Carmichael Dave here for my friends at American Energy Heating and Air. Yes, I always tell you they are a family-owned operation, been in business since 81, A-plus Better Business Bureau, but it is hot. We are in those Sacramento hot months. I want to focus on them being your second opinion partner. What does that mean? Maybe you've got somebody you're working with or you've worked with in the past in the HVAC world. Guess what? They want to give you a second opinion. How much does it cost? Nothing. You call them up and say, hey, can I get a second opinion on this deal? They come out and they either say, wow, that's a great deal, you should feel better about that. Or they say, we can beat that price. And usually they're going to beat it by a lot. Guess what? You just saved money and it didn't cost you anything to find out. It's a no-lose situation. Go with a trusted company. American Energy, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Jingle Singers, take it away.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. Country in the Park 2 this Saturday at Cal Expo. Along with special guest Mitchell Tenpenny, Locash, Vincent Mason, and Averyana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. This Saturday at Cal Expo with Proactive Pest Control, Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet, and Red's Pizzeria and Tap House. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, Sactown Sports, 1140.
Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sactown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sactown Sports app.
Back here on the Drive, guys. Sactown Sports, 1140 hour number 2. Hopefully the Drive guys will be reunited tomorrow. Kevin Whitey Gleason filling in on the Allen Styles show.
We'll talk to him next week.
Yeah, dude. You think so, man?
Yeah, baby.
Come on, big fella. We got to ask somebody. Like, you know, the last time all three of us have been together? It's been a minute. Let me go. I can go back and tell you, Jay.
I don't know.
I know the exact date. Because I was off 2 weeks and Whitey was off the week before.
Yeah, that's true.
And then the week before that, I was off the 14th and 15th. Damn. Was it
So what you saying? We're in,
I think the 14th
of August?
No, the 13th of August. That can't be right, can it?
What's the 13th of August?
That was a Wednesday. That might have been, because then I went to the event in LA, the 14th and 15th.
Yeah, you were off.
Then I thought Whitey had off that next week.
He did.
And then I had off 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
So it's been almost
a month. A month and about 3 days. In about 3 or 4 days, it would be a month. Hey, man, things happen. Life happens.
Man.
Life happens, man.
And then I'm out of town next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Man, where you going now, man?
That's league meetings, big
that's
fella.
right. That's
Yeah.
I was about to shake something up in here, brother.
Nah, man, I got league meetings, duty calls, and I'm a slide to go see mom and dad in Philly.
Okay.
You know, shout out to Miss Brenda Draper, her birthday today.
Really?
Mom's birthday today.
Wait a minute. Bad job by you.
I know. I should have started the show
show
off.
begins Maybe she not listening because
she never
Whitey's not
listen
on
right
it.
from the. No, she'll listen, but not right from the beginning. She never listen right from the beginning.
Well, moms, we just started now at 3:00. So
yeah. It's 6:00 out there. She's settling dinner and everything. But yeah, mom's 74 years old.
That's what's up. Congratulations.
Shout out to her,
man. That's what's up, brother.
Sent her some flowers.
Okay.
I'll deliver a gift on Sunday when I see her.
Yeah.
So
are flowers the most over? And if my wife was listening, she'd be whatever. But flowers got to be the most dumbest, stupidest gift to buy. Where along the line in our life, in the pantheon of time, did flowers become something that you get that shows your, love or appreciation, your affinity for something or someone? They die soon.
I hear you, Jay.
Quick.
But
It's
for
quick,
women
dog.
love, I've been told by women, you can always get me flowers.
I hear
always.
You. I'm not saying that. I just started saying, I started the conversation with my wife would be like, man, what are you talking about? But it ain't nothing she ain't never heard. I always say the same thing. Especially, okay, peep this. I'm not gonna put you under the gun because things I'm gonna say. Was it this Valentine's Day or was it last Valentine's Day? It might have been this one. I'm at the store, cop some roses and all. And man, I looked around and I normally try and do this. I'm the person that kind of goes the day before because I'm not in for the whole mood of trying to be in a line to cop some flowers that's getting ready to die in a week, half of a week. So I try to go the night before. But I remember standing and looking around, and it was like 4 or 5 men. And I'm just looking around like, dude, we all spending a soft $60-$70.
Wow.
Easy $70 on flop that's getting ready to die. Like, there's no saving these flowers. They've been cut, pruned, put in a bouquet, made nice, lace ribbon, but they're getting ready to die in 72 hours.
But it's not about the flowers, big fella. It's about the smile and the happiness on your wife or significant others or daughters, whoever it may be. It's not about the actual flowers because to an extent, I agree with you. To me, flowers are the easiest thing. Like it take nothing to get flowers.
Zero.
It's
we got 2-3 rose bushes in front of the house now.
But women love them, big. Have you ever bought flowers for yourself?
Hell no.
I have, big fella.
Flowers for yourself
to put on the table, the centerpiece or whatever.
Yeah, man. I'll leave that to the wife, bro. Yeah, the wifey got that.
Come home and nice smell.
I get the ambiance.
Yeah.
No, I
have done that
makes
before.
It looks good. No, I understand.
Okay.
That's different.
Right.
But did you go get the $100 roses, or did you go get the $10.99 Trader Joe's joints? There you go, the Trader Joe's bouquet. That's what I'm saying. That's different.
I would love to hear from women on this. What is it with flowers? 916-339-1140.
It is the craziest. Like, I get showing your affinity for someone, your love, all of those, the compassion, because it's not just romantic. We send flowers for other things throughout our life.
Right.
Cheer people up, sometimes when death hits. There's so many different, we see it in weddings, so many different ways that we send and utilize flowers. I'm not saying nothing's wrong with that, but I'm saying, why is it like you can't tell me, Drapes, there's nothing that a significant other of yours throughout your lifetime didn't enjoy just as much as flowers, if not more. I'm a proponent and I spend a lot of money on dumb stuff. I get it. But I'm also a person that I like to spend my money on things that show for, like I can see.
Right.
It's tangible.
Yeah.
Again, we all spend money on things that are, is our vice or things that we could probably say, man, I don't know what I did that for. I'm not opposed to that. I get it. That's part of it.
Yeah.
But I'm also saying, when did it become like a tradition? When is it At what part of our timeline in the pantheon of life of human beings did we say, you know what? Spending $100 on roses to show my love for my significant other is an end thing. When it's going to die in 72 hours.
Archaeological evidence suggests that Egyptians, Greeks, and Romans regularly used flowers in religious rituals and ceremonies. Then I've got the history of giving flowers. In ancient Rome, it says, Jay. In ancient Rome, the Egyptians made bouquets, wreaths, garlands, floral headdresses. I don't know where it became.
Been going on a long time.
A long time, but when did it become a male to woman, man to woman thing?
Significant other.
I show up at your doorstep with a bouquet.
Like, yeah, we watch, like you said, you read, you do your research, you watch a movie, you watch a documentary, all these different things. You see, like you said, Roman, Caesar, they had a little wreath upon the head. Yep. I get it.
It says, every site it goes back to the ancient Egyptians.
Okay.
So it's been around since the dawn of time, basically.
So I should be blaming the Egyptians.
Exactly.
Okay.
Chris with the K, give me an Amazon gift card over flowers anytime.
Bingo. I'm with it. It's tangible. It's substance. It's something that can be shown and proven.
Dude, this is whoever this is from the 916. It's a scam to support the economy. You're better off paying off her debt. Come on, man. Let me pay your light bill.
Let me get you.
Right.
I mean,
there's
it's gonna go a longer way to them flowers. At least you got a month on me.
I wouldn't mind somebody getting me flowers, big fella.
What? You're a flower guy.
I'm not necessarily. I don't have a lot of. I don't get them all the
you
time.
You a green thumb?
No, not at all. Big fella.
Okay.
But to me, getting me flowers, would be like, oh snap, that's something out of the ordinary. That's something different for me.
Understandable.
I'd be
I see where you're going. Yeah.
Instead of here's a Dick's Sporting Goods gift card or something like that. It's
but you're gonna enjoy the Dick's Sporting Goods.
That's true. But I'm enjoying the flower. Like, to me, the flowers are the thought of it. Like, it's pretty.
I got what you're saying, Drapes. I think if you vice versa, you reverse what we're talking about. Yeah. Yes, it would be, oh man, that's a little out the ordinary. That's not the norm. You thought something different. Yeah. That's impressive. Okay, you went a different route than normal.
The normal.
Oh, shoot, like you said, okay, you gonna give me the Dick's Sporting Goods gift card? Cool. The Chick-fil-A gift card? Thank you. Yeah, for sure. But I don't know, man.
Somebody says, sounds like you boys are just being cheap.
I wish I could be.
But
let me tell you.
It's not about us, though, Jay.
And that's why I said.
For something, I would love, like we said, I would love for a woman to explain it. What is it about flowers?
I've asked my wife this plenty of times, and significant, and my mama and my daughter. I've been raised around nothing but women. Didn't grow up with a father in the household, single parent household of my mom. She had two sisters, two aunties. My grandmother didn't grow up with a grandfather. You dig? So I grew up around nothing but women.
Yeah.
Flowers been the name of the game since I was born. Matter of fact, just call me. I'm nursery. I'm a nursery. I'm I got nothing but nursery rhymes in my mind. But I say that in the form of, somebody talking about being cheap. That's cool. I wish I could be. You know what my wife just told me before we jump back to sports?
Yeah.
So I try and do my wife is a green thumb. She likes growing stuff and planters and plants and get into the nursery and all those different things. So I try and do different stuff sometimes. Like roses are like, okay, it is what it is. Again, we got 3 rose bushes in front of the house. I've went out there and cut roses and put them in a vase and they bet, oh, thank you so much. Yeah, save me some paper right there. No doubt. But I've like, okay, I'll get some carnations or some sunflowers or, different bouquet. And my wife, the last, maybe Valentine's Day. Maybe it was something after. I can't remember after that. She's like, babe, just want to let you know. My wife likes flowers. And I spoiled her because I used to get her flowers every couple weeks just for what you do. She's got the vases all around the house and stuff. I'm good with that. And I'm like, okay, cool. But I flipped it. I went to carnation sunflowers, not just all roses. So she comes to me a few months ago and she's like, I appreciate the gesture and all, but let's just stick to roses from here on out.
Really?
Yeah, man.
So she all about the roses.
Come on, brother.
916. My wife does not like it when I get her flowers. She said it's a waste of money. She said we should just buy groceries or something with it. We are happily married, going on close to 30 years now.
Salute, salute, salute.
But here's the thing about flowers. I got 2 points to make. And coming up at 3:30, we got our guy Jemai Webster to talk about A's Red Sox series going on. Can you get flowers from the local grocery store? Do those count the same as going to the flower store?
To the florist?
The florist, if you will.
Sometimes. Because for certain occasions, they get a little fancy. And that's why I said they hit you with the price gouge.
Yeah, right.
And they throw the bouquets together. Because in my experience, florists are less than the grocery store.
Really?
Yeah, in my experiences. You go to a florist, they getting flowers all damn day.
But they putting a nice arrangement together.
Understandable.
Vase come with it.
But you can also go get raw flowers, I guess,
okay, okay.
and then have them bust it down, build you a bouquet, you just kind of a la carte type style. I don't know, man. I think it just depends on that it sounds like that person, that gentleman or that young lady says, my wife does not like when I get her flowers. That person, not wasting the change. It just kind of depends on how you go about it, who your significant other is.
Right. From the 916, I'm a plant ecologist.
What?
And I do a lot of botany in California.
Wow.
I've only gotten my wife a bouquet on our wedding day every other time. I just pick her some nice native flowers in season from my garden.
Oh, okay. If you're sharing like that,
right?
Ecologist, let me come over and pick a few from your garden.
I'll say this, and I want to hear from women on this too. 916-339-1140. Because fellas, buying flowers is one thing, but the best thing, Jay, is to give her flowers out of the random, out of the blue.
Not expecting it.
It don't gotta be Valentine's Day, her birthday, Mother's Day. Get her something on a random Tuesday or Wednesday just because, and watch what happens. See, that's that romantic side of Drapes that people don't get to see.
I see you working, fella. I see you, baby.
Just because.
It ain't all about Sacramento Kings and Philadelphia Eagles, huh?
You got little Don Juan over here, too. The Rico Suave, if you will.
Pretty Ricky,
baby.
What they call them.
Yeah, I know you had a hard day today. Here, I bought you some flowers. I know it's been a rough day.
Take these dead man walking flowers.
Right. I will say, though, women know how to preserve the flower. Like, they cut them up, put them in the vase, put the little food up in the thing and everything. Me, I use like an old pickle jar as my vase. Seriously, I don't think I would have vase, dude.
See, that's how you know you need a woman.
Right, exactly. You can weigh in on that 916-339-1140. Hey, do have some Niners updates here I want to get to, Jay. Adam Schefter, he's been on top of it. He said additional scans today on Juwan Jennings' shoulder came back clean, and the 49ers wide receiver avoided any significant injury. Jennings now would be considered day-to-day and has a chance to play Sunday at New Orleans. That's from Adam Schefter.
Don't fall for the bait.
You're not believing that?
I think he's out.
Come on, man.
We'll see in week 3.
Is that just because it's the Saints?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
He also said 49ers are officially signing veteran kicker Eddie Pinheiro to their active roster on a 1-year deal.
So he'll be the kicker this Sunday against New Orleans. That's what you're telling me?
Yeah. Is this a let's see how you do kind of thing?
Better believe it.
Right.
You could see the 49ers jump around with kickers. 2, 3. You may even see 2, 3, 4 of them this year if one isn't sufficient enough. It doesn't suffice.
Who does He kicked with the Panthers last year, talking about Pinheiro.
I remember, I feel like.
Did they draft a kicker or something? Like, I don't understand why he's not with them this season. Panthers kicker. I got to look that up.
I feel like.
Ryan Fitzgerald.
I remember, they drafted him or did they pick him up?
Oh, let's see. I never even heard of this guy. Ryan Fitzgerald. He's a rookie.
Okay.
Yeah, so they must have just drafted him.
I remember Pinheiro from, of course, Carolina, because he was there for a few years, but he was with the Bears one year, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Was with the Bears, a couple, I think, with the Jets, last 3, I think, with the Panthers. So they got a veteran kicker.
23 of 28 for the Bears in 2019, which was his rookie year.
Mm-hmm.
He played 16 games. He went 8. He was perfect from 1 through 30, going 9 for 9. 30 for 39, he was 9 for 10. 40 to 49, 3 for 7. 50 plus, 2 for 2.
50 plus, 2 for 2?
2 for 2, but his long was 53. So that he doesn't have the huge leg.
Right.
He's kind of in the form of a Robbie Gould. And I better not say that around 49er fans. They might scout me.
Yeah.
But his long is 56.
Mm.
So he doesn't have the 60 in
right.
him.
He ain't
Legatron.
Legatron, I like that.
Yeah, he ain't Legatron. But I mean, 40 to 49, he's 32. From 40 to 49 yards, he's 32 of 41. So he's missed 9 kicks. Basically. Yeah. And 50 plus, he's 11 of 14.
Damn. That's pretty good. 11 of 14.
And you said he was 88% or 84%, excuse me.
For his career,
he's 88%?
88%.
Okay.
88.1%. But how about this? He's 116 of 126 for extra points, 92% extra points.
Of 122?
126.
So
he's missed 10 extra points in 70 games.
I wonder if that's high.
I think
that's high, isn't it?
Like missing that many?
Yeah.
I think so. One every, 7 games, he's missing one.
Do you think the 49er fans are going to be super hard on whoever comes in? Like, is there a standard now set? Because one of the toughest things that I think Jake Moody is he followed that guy. As we always say, it's hard to follow the guy.
Yeah.
Robbie Gould was the guy, and he was money. The problem I thought the 49ers tried to extend they tried to pin on was he's kind of like Eddie Pinheiro. He didn't have the 62, the 63, the 65 in his leg. And I'm not saying everyone does, but I think there is enough players in the league. There's like 10 guys who can boot a 60 easy now. A third of the league probably. And we got guys hunting for 70.
Yeah.
70
now. Yeah.
You hear and listen and do research, man. This guy's trying for 70 in pregames.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie Pinheiro, that 55, and I think that's where Robbie Gould was. Plus, Robbie was getting a little saber tooth. He was a little long.
Yeah.
Eddie Pinheiro's 29. I thought I just saw that, right? Is he 29? Did I see that right?
Yeah, 29 Eddie Pinheiro.
Okay, so he's relatively in his prime for a kicker because kickers can, they get to 40, 41, 42. We see sometimes. I think part of the reason is it's kind of like Eddie Pinheiro might be available is he doesn't have that big foot.
Right.
I think a lot of teams are looking for the kicker with 60, a long, the big foot.
Jordan Schultz says this about Pinheiro. The 29-year-old is currently the 3rd most accurate kicker in NFL history.
Damn.
At 88.1% behind only Justin Tucker and Harrison Butker.
I know we got a lot of kicker talk going on. But with everything, and I saw somebody, 916, go get Justin Tucker in all caps. Man, Drapes.
Nah.
You can't do it, right?
You can't.
Because of off-field situation.
Right.
Damn.
And look at the way he kicked last season. That kind of bothered the off-the-field stuff.
Right.
It was a distraction for him. I just can't see it, man. The off the field stuff. I'm looking at last year, when it came to his kicking, 73.3%.
Ooh, that's below
That's
Moody,
pretty bad.
baby.
Yeah, that's below Moody. But damn, when you look at his career before that,
man,
90.9, 92.7, 85, 82, 97.4. He made 38 of 39 kicks one year, 91.9. You know, this guy's routinely at 90 or above, 94.6 one year. But the off the field stuff.
Yeah.
And he got a 10-week ban from the league?
Was it that much?
Yeah, according to ESPN, he got banned 10 weeks after the NFL found he violated its personal conduct policy. Right. This was announced back in June.
Yeah, he did get 10 weeks.
10-week ban. So he's not even available right now.
Maybe you hold Eddie P until then? No, see, it's 325.
Yeah.
And it's been enough negative talk about my squad.
You got something positive?
We got to think positive from here on out. Eddie Pinheiro is going to be the kicker for the rest of the year.
Dog, I gave you positive news on Juwan Jennings.
Okay.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
It was clean.
Yeah, the testing came
back
clean.
But then you double down and say, well, he's day-to-day.
That's what Schefter said.
It'd have been different. He was like, you know what? He's going to play.
I'm going to be honest with you. To your point you said earlier, you're going against the Saints, this soft schedule. Come on, man. If I'm the Niners, I ain't worried about it.
You running Mac Jones out there?
I might even run Mac Jones out there. Brock, take this one off. Get better.
Yeah, heal that toe.
We need you for Arizona in the division games. Yeah, everything like that.
I'm with you. I might do it. I might say, if we can't go out, Mac Jones, Kendrick Bourne, come on down. Tricky Ricky P.
You should
Jake Tonjes.
Tonjes.
Tonjes
the starter now, right?
He is. Him and Farrell.
Yeah.
You know, those type of guys, and then put it on my defense. Hey, Fred, get the boys ready and fired up. Robert, we're going to need you. Yeah. You know, Bosa, Bryce Huff. Come on, fellas. Step up. Hold these boys down to 7-10 points. Let my guys go put up 17 to 21. Yeah. You know, 17 points should get this done against the Saints.
Nah, you're right. 916-339-1140. Coming up next. You think he's ready? You think Jemai Webster's ready?
I'm going to say he's going to need a little more time.
You think so?
That's my guess.
We're going to hit up the Red Sox sideline reporter, Jemai Webster, as the Sox get ready to take on the A's in Game 2. We'll dive into that next here on The Drive, guys. Sactown Sports 1140.
Time to check out Evans, Capital CEO Casino. Of Consumer Cellular. We're dedicated to serving people 50 and up like me. Our needs are different. Big Wireless wants us in an unlimited plan, but if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on affordable, reliable plans, including data that suits your needs, not ours. Our plans start at just $20, and you'll get the best customer service in the business.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
Big year. I'm starting middle school.
Welcome to the jungle, Missy.
Best part? My parents promised me a new laptop.
Perfect for homework, essays, and drudgery.
So we went to Staples. They had all the latest tech, and laptops were up to 40% off.
Woo! Another back-to-school budget saved by Staples Easy Button.
Mom high-fived the cashier. So embarrassing.
Staples.
That was easy.
In-store, online, and on the app. It's 9/13. Select models only.
With football in the air, fall is almost here. Time to start thinking about the cooler weather ahead and whether your heater will be able to get you through the winter. Our heater fell apart last winter, so who did we call? Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating. We wanted somebody we could trust to do the job right and deliver great value, and Lee's came through. Check them out at leesair.com. Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating has built a reputation as the leading HVAC company in Sacramento. We've got a new HVAC system that works great, saves us money month to month. Find out how they can help you at leesair.com. License number 635355.
Fall is coming, and River Cats Baseball has you covered. On Friday, September 19th, we are giving away San Francisco Giants puffer vests to the first 2,500 fans through the gates at Sutter Health Park. If you missed this giveaway at Oracle Park, here's your second chance, and it's the final giveaway of the 2025 River Cats baseball season. Don't miss your shot to head into autumn in style. Get your tickets today for September 19th and all remaining River Cats games of the season at rivercats.com.
Go on a culinary adventure at one of Europe's biggest food events coming to the Americas, Terra Madre. Discover more flavors to savor, more ideas to chew on, more voices shaping the future of food. Join chefs Alice Waters, Sean Sherman, and Jeremiah Tower for tastings, pop-ups, food demos, and panels, all celebrating good, clean, and fair food for all. Terra Madre Americas, September 26th through 28th in Sacramento. Savor the journey. Visit TerraMadreUSA.com for more details. Terra Madre Americas is supported by Sacramento International Airport and brought to you by Slow Food and Visit Sacramento.
Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room with primetime football. It's back. Capital Casino is giving away $500 per game in high hand bonuses for every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night primetime game. Offering the best food, best service, and the best action with the most variety of games in the region and conveniently located at 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com and please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Take a hike, you better by my side. The first one down to ride.
My hello, it's the Tribe Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sactown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sactown Sports app.
Back here on the Drive Guys, Sactown Sports 1140, Drapes and Jay hanging with you till 6 o'clock. It's my pleasure right now to welcome in a guy who probably just shot about a 68 over at Teal Bend or Hagen Oaks, or I'm not sure where he decided to go golfing.
Did you get him at least comp, bro?
Nah, I can't even get myself comp. That's something we got to talk about that, Sacramento.
Man.
How come your boy got to pay full price every time he golf out here in Sacramento?
Man, I don't even golf and I could get a comp round.
You can get a comp round?
Come on, dog. You know better than that.
All right, I need to work on that. Next segment, we're going to talk golf. How the hell do I get a comp round? I want to know that. But my boy, Jemai Webster, you can follow him on social media, Webster on TV. He is the, what do they call it in baseball? Dugout reporter? Sideline reporter? Red Sox reporter? Jemai, what's up with you, man? How you doing?
Hey, what's good, Dre? It's good to be with y'all, man. For real, this is a pleasure, man. I'm honored, happy to be here. But yeah, it's sideline reporter.
Okay.
Still sideline, even though it's not really sidelines in baseball.
Okay. Where'd you play at today? I know you was angling to get out there and go golfing. Did you get out?
Yeah, man. I was at Hagen Oaks, and I did shoot a 68, man. Only thing is, it was on the front line.
Dude, I tell you what, man, baseball is a grind, man. 162, games every day. I'm impressed that you still find time to get out. How do you do it?
I had to, man. You need that escape for sure, because it is a 6-month grind, 6, 7, really 8-month grind if you count spring training and all that, and then postseason. So it's 3/4 of the year you're in this spinning wheel, man, and it's nonstop. So you have to find time to break away from the simulation, if you will, and do things that can take your mind off of it. And the players do the same thing, but if you don't do that, you will go crazy. People don't realize that baseball is every day, and there's sometimes where you're working 14 days in a row. You're doing a game and trying to, bring your best to the television and bring the best stories from the athletes that you cover, but it takes a lot out of you, that's for sure. I got a little bit more wise about, taking time and picking my spots, and golf does that for me. So I feel energized heading to the ballpark today.
Oh, my bad. Jamal, it's interesting you say that, man. I'm a baseball guy, and so it is a grind. It is something, and it's interesting that you, who cover the team as much as you're in the locker room and the dugout and on the field and, within the studios, for you to say it's a grind compared to some of the players. What do you get from some of the players who talk about the daily grind?
Oh, man, everybody knows it. If you're in baseball, you understand it. And I think, especially in my position, in my role as sideline reporter for the Red Sox, these guys understand that we're on basically the same schedule. Only difference is our pockets are a little bit different, right? So they getting paid the big bucks. I'm getting paid the minimum dollars. But, they got mutual respect because they realize that you're away from their families as much as they are. And, I spend more time with these guys than I do my own family. So, you really build a relationship over the season. You guys get close, and that's how, you build the trust too, and be able to have some insight into day-to-day lives and things that they may not tell other people who just kind of pop in and out. So that's a benefit to being a part of this thing too.
Jemai Webster, Red Sox sideline reporter, joining us fresh off the Sox beating the A's last night 7-0 at Sutter Health Park. Jemai, your first look at Sutter Health Park, obviously temporary home for the A's right now for this season and the next two. You've been in all the major league ballparks. You've been around the league. Just give me your thoughts on what it was like last night out there.
Yeah, that is true, man. I hit 30 for 30 this year, so I was proud of that.
Okay.
And now I'm 31 for 30 if you consider Sutter Health Park. So
right.
I've been to every single one in the league. And my impressions of the place were it was a packed house, which is different than what we've seen historically during my years of being in baseball, covering the Red Sox at the Coliseum over in Oakland. Because it's just the team hadn't been as good. And even now when the team is, kind of teetering and playing well, but not really finding that consistency, it's easier to pack the place with 14,000. So that was something that was a bit of a change to see just a crowd that was involved in the game, locked in. There was "Let's Go Red Sox" chants. They were trying to drown those out. So you felt the back and forth, but I think they've done a pretty good job getting the place together, making it a makeshift major league ballpark. The clubhouse is really nice. And, this is my second time going to a minor league park because we obviously have the Tampa Bay Rays in the division, and they're borrowing the spring training home of the New York Yankees right now. So comparing the two, I think it's pretty comparable, and they've done a good job kind of getting it up to speed so major league teams can come in here and play games.
Hey, Jemai, you, of course, being with the Red Sox, rocking and rolling. Aroldis Chapman and the feat that he had a couple of days ago, just absolutely amazing. You being a part of the atmosphere. What was it like to see Chapman do what he did?
I mean, it's incredible. This guy has been playing in the big leagues for 16, 17 years and has seemingly hit another gear, which is crazy to even imagine because he stepped on the scene. We all remember it with the Cincinnati Reds throwing 103, 104, 105, and just being able to spin a baseball like we've never seen before. So the other day, he picked up his 29th save with 4 strikeouts in 1 inning because the batter reached on a wild pitch on Sunday in Arizona. So he's just been on a tear right now. This man has faced 50 consecutive batters without giving up a hit. That's going all the way back to July 23rd. His ERA is minuscule, 0.98 this season. And he's had this new renaissance, and he loves the Red Sox that just signed him to an extension for next season as well as potentially beyond. So he really has been the anchor in the back end of that bullpen that's been able to have the Red Sox lock down games, and it's why this team is in prime position to walk into the playoffs this year.
Hey, man, you guys have been one of the best teams in the AL, second best team in the AL since making that big trade mid-season, sending Rafael Devers to the Giants. What flipped with the squad? What did that trade do for the organization that has them playing so well, 43-29 since that trade?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, man, when you think about a Rafael Devers being traded, a guy they just gave the 10-year contract over $300+ million to, but it just came to a situation where it was untenable, I believe. He publicly obliterated the general manager, Craig Breslow, and then shortly after that, the principal owner, John Henry, flies to Kansas City, has a conversation to him about, being a team player and what it means to wear the uniform and playing first base, essentially, because Tristan Casas went down early in the season. He was going to be their primary first baseman, so they needed somebody there because Alex Bregman came over in free agency to play third base. Obviously, won the Gold Glove last year. That's the guy you're going to go to when, just numbers-wise, Devers had been the worst third baseman in all of baseball. So it just made sense. But his trade was essentially addition by subtraction. You got a couple pieces back that may work for you in the future, but it created a lane for them to call up Roman Anthony, who's injured right now, who the Red Sox are really missing. A young phenom, top prospect in all of baseball, who made his major league debut this year. Now he's out with a left oblique injury, probably looking at another 3 weeks, 4 weeks, maybe. Hope to get him by the second round of the playoffs probably is what it's looking like, but it allowed him to thrive, come up. They got a lot of young guys on this team, which is made them, they got this youthful exuberance. which guys have come up to go with the veteran type players like a Alex Bregman, like a Trevor Story, even a Jaron Duran in many aspects as well. So it kind of has all worked together for the group because now everybody's pulling on the same rope. It's all about being the best teammate you can be and trying to do your best to contribute to the team on an everyday basis. And they've done a great job. So got to give kudos to Craig Breslow for pulling the trigger on that because it was not popular at the time. You know, you're thinking about Devers' production because, I mean, you even look at it now, just from a strictly statistical standpoint, they don't have a guy who's hit 31 home runs and has driven in 100 RBI this season. So you're trying to bring that production in. Obviously, Trevor is close to that. He's got 24 homers and I think 90 RBI. But Devers is a generational offensive talent, and they boldly moved on from him in hopes of, pulling this thing together. And it has taken off since the trade, which Craig Breslow said at the time, which was very unpopular, that when we look back on this trade, we will have won more games than we otherwise would have had Rafi still been on the team.
Joined by Jemai Webster, sideline reporter for the Boston Red Sox, as much as it pains me to say that because I just get, oh, man. And of course, Vanessa. Jemai, man, you've had an opportunity, as you talked about, to enter a couple of minor league ballparks with Tampa and, of course, now the Athletics here in Sacramento. You have an opportunity to travel with the squad. Did you hear any, whom and how about the players, meaning the Red Sox, having to come play in the minor league ballpark, or have they just kind of looked at it as, this is business upon business. We're going to come in and take on the A's, and we'll leave it at that?
Yeah, definitely leave it the latter, man. Nobody's complaining about having to play over here, and that's actually what I was talking to a lot of the guys about yesterday. And it seems like to a man, the response was, hey, it's still a major league game. We come in here and trying to win a series, and we'll leave it at that, as you said. So they're just trying to come in here and take care of business. They're not mad about being here in Sacramento. They look at it as another opportunity to save some space in the wild card and, push towards that division title. So, and a lot of guys have played here, too, over the course of their time coming up in the big league. Alex Bregman, obviously being in division, made minor league rehab starts here. Trevor Story, when he was with the Rockies, he sees the ball well here again last night with the solo shot that he blasted. But these guys are used to it. And, they just, once that first pitch flies, it's baseball game.
Hey, Jemai, you got a local product, Nick Sogard. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Jesuit High School, had an RBI last night. I don't know he spoke after the game. What's it been like for him having this homecoming and being able to play Major League Baseball in his hometown here?
Yeah, Nick is a great guy. And, you got it right. Nick Sogard. His cousin Eric used to play for the A's for a couple of seasons, so he came up through the system as well. His uncle is Steve Sachs, so this guy comes from a baseball family, and he playing here in Sacramento has been great for him. He played here in high school, as he told me last night. Had a high school game there, but he used to come here all the time and watch Eric play with the A's. So he's got great memories here. And then, Jesuit, 25 minutes from the ballpark, no traffic, of course.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, exactly. But he is a solid big league ball player. And I was asking Alex Cora about him the other day, and he said, it's crazy because he's a guy, only thing that's holding him back right now is experience, and he's going to continue to gain that. But he would be just like the premier bench player, a guy who can come in off the bench and give you anything you ask for. Defense, hitting the pinch hitting spot. Also, he has the ability to run, so a great athlete. And he probably projects to be that over the course of his career, and he's going to have a long big league career because of it, because he's just so proficient at so many different avenues. And they really like him, his ability to control the strike zone and his baseball IQ. So he's having a blast here, being back home, and he hit a hometown staple. I asked him about that. He said he had to get in and out. The line was too long, so he went back last night.
Hey, man,
that line always be long,
way
man.
too long.
Always be long.
Last one for me, Jemai. Hey, Jaron Duran is somebody that is polarizing, I think is a good word to use for JD. Just being around him every single day, man. He is he's got to fire up the ball club. He's got to fire a guy up like yourself. Just being around him every single day and his movement and the way he goes about things. What's your take on him?
That's a great way to describe it, actually. He is a polarizing player. He plays with his heart on his sleeve. He's passionate about the game. And the Red Sox are better because they have Jarren Duran. So it's really incredible because a couple years ago, he really struggled, had a hard transition to being an everyday big league player. The team decided to stick with him, and it's paid dividends on him. All-Star for the first time last year, and really has been looked at as one of the premier players at his position. Not only that, but just overall as a baseball player. His ability to run, his ability to hit, his ability to play defense. It's just a complete player when you're looking at him. And that was the commentary, really, when the Red Sox decided to, at the time, they had Raimel Tapia, and they decided to designate him for assignment, stick with Jarren Duran. And Alex Cora said just the package of the player is too great to not stay with him and give him an opportunity to learn and grow. And he's been doing that. And he is really one of the premier players on this Red Sox team. And he is kind of the straw that stirs the drink. As the Red Sox go, it's because he's going too. So he's got 500 career hits. He got that last night. And he's playing well. He's playing really well right now.
My guy, Jemai Webster, Red Sox reporter, sideline reporter for Nesson, covering the Red Sox, all 162. His squad on a tear as of late, second best team in the AL since trading away Rafael Devers. Meanwhile, the Giants, on the other hand, they're making a push for the playoffs. They're 12-3 over their last 15. Should be an interesting final weeks of the season. Hey, man, we got to catch up, dude. Believe it or not, I was supposed to throw out the first pitch for the game tonight, man, but they bumped me for some influencer. I don't know who it is, or if it ain't the Cavender twins or Lily Dunn or Livy Dunn or something like that. I don't know what they're doing. I was supposed to throw out the first pitch tonight, man.
Yeah, I can't believe that, man. I don't know who I need to speak with, but I will be talking to somebody about that.
Exactly. I appreciate you, man. Welcome to Sac, man. I'll hit you up in a little bit.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
That's our guy, Jemai Webster, right there for the Red Sox, who beat the A's last night 7-0. Both teams back in action tonight. Jay, should we take a quick one here or keep it rolling? Yeah, let's take a quick break here as we listen to the Drive Guys at Sactown Sports, 1140.
The Drive Guys.
I think I have that right, Jay.
Yeah. Boy, I see you over there crooning. R&B album coming soon, huh? Mr. Gleason.
I have too much respect for the genre.
Dub G.
To tarnish it with my own efforts.
No, man. You play a part in it.
Yeah.
You can listen to The Drive Guys Monday through Friday from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 1140 a.m. YouTube and the Sactown Sports app.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time and skip the regular line at the airport and pay for speedy security. Imagine not having to quickly unpack and pack at the place you already came packed to. And wearing your shoes the whole time you're there? You can't put a price on that kind of luxury. Well, actually you can, and you paid for it. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time for speedy security. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
Alan Stiles here with your Sactown Sports injury update, brought to you by DTLA Law Group. Jack Perkins, out with that strained right shoulder, has been shut down from throwing for 3 more weeks. We'll re-image and determine an off-season program. His expected return is TBD. Max Muncy, out with that right hand fracture, began a hitting progression last week and will progress as able. His expected return is possibly late September. That was your Sactown Sports injury update, brought to you by DTLA Law Group. Hey, I'm Alan Stiles. Injured at work? Call downtown. DTLA Law Group, California's leading injury law firm. With over 40 lawyers throughout California, they have won over $500 million in settlements. DTLA Law Group will get you compensation for your work injury. You don't pay unless they win. That's right. You pay zero up front. Call downtown. Text injury help to 40222. That's injury help to 40222. Visit them at calldowntown.com. Text charges may apply.
Capital Casino, conveniently located on 411th North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
Are you really that different than the rest of us?
We are. As a fiduciary, we always focus on what's best for our clients.
What services do you offer besides investing?
We have a team of specialists in financial planning, estate planning, and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, we ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Okay, but you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, because we believe that's a conflict of interest. We prioritize service over sales goals.
So then how do your fees work?
We have a simple and transparent fee that's a percentage of our clients' portfolios. So we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The Drive Guys powering your afternoons Monday through Friday on Sactown Sports.
Back here. What's this? The remix, Shay?
No, it's
instrumental
version.
version.
The regular. Yeah, I'm sitting there. I pulled this from our library.
Yeah.
So somebody put this in there, and the way they put it in there, this ain't clapping.
This ain't,
right.
yeah, it ain't hitting right. I was
like,
waiting
what
for it
is
to
this?
drop,
I
like,
was
you know.
too. I don't know who bad job I ever put this in the library. This needs to be deleted
Somebody ain't
immediately.
got no rhythm or something.
I
Like,
was
I'm
like,
waiting
what?
for it to drop. I'm
I
like,
was
okay.
too. Because I had, normally I have 3 or 4 songs lined up, ready to go.
Yeah.
But I flipped over Jemai and all that other stuff, so I didn't have nothing that I liked ready to go. So I'm like, I'll just pull this real quick. Yeah, I don't know who put this in the system.
Who did that one?
They did that all backwards.
916-339-1140. Back here on the Drive, guys. Drapes and Jay. Shout out to Jemai, man, coming on. That dude, I'll tell you what. We were talking off air about just how difficult and taxing and grinding covering baseball is. Because the thing about baseball too, Jay, and you know this, basketball pregame, you get there at 5 o'clock, 5:15, coach speak, 5:30, 5:40, whatever. Baseball, you got to be out there for BP.
Yeah.
You got to be, 2
hours.
You out there at like 3:30,
Yeah.
4.
Yeah, 2 hours.
Yeah.
Easy 2 hours.
Easy. And so shout out to Jemai. Found a way to get out to Hagen Oaks out there today as well. So he's in town, and the Red Sox are in town for tonight and tomorrow.
Think they got a shot?
Red Sox?
Yeah. Do they have enough firepower offensively?
I think so, man.
Yeah.
I think the AL's wide open.
I think so too.
You know?
I think so too.
Yankees ain't no world beaters or nothing like that. Ain't worried about them. Who the team to beat right now? Detroit?
Probably Detroit. I was going to say probably the Tigers.
Blue
Probably
Jays,
the
82 and 61.
Yeah, but you know what? I think if I'm going postseason, it's on the arms.
Right.
Do the Blue Jays have enough power arms for your liking of, hey, this this guy can go win us 3 games.
Do they have that dude you talking about?
Like Bieber's the guy, right?
Oh, they got a former Giant, Kevin Gossman, over there.
Right.
Solid.
I don't know. I mean,
who'd you say, Detroit or Toronto?
I think
I'm looking
Detroit,
at Toronto.
I
All
think
right.
Detroit is the
team to beat
in the AL. But that, like you said, it's wide open.
Because even at, 82 and 61, 82 and 62, it ain't like they on pace to win 110 or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's solid seasons, probably, 95 to 100 wins, something like that. But it ain't no overpowering team out there.
I mean, you look at this, meaning Detroit or Toronto.
Either one.
Or both.
Both. Either one.
Like you look at Toronto's staff, they got Scherzer, right? Bieber, Bassett, Gosman. Any of those guys, like Scherzer has the firepower, the name. Bieber does too.
Yeah, Bieber.
But are you scared of Scherzer right now in 2025?
Not at this age,
like,
yeah.
nah. Bieber, same thing. He's been around for a long time, a little long in the tooth.
What's interesting,
which is crazy to say because he's what, 30?
30. Yeah. Are you a big run differential guy?
No, not really.
You don't
no, not really.
What about runs allowed? Like the Blue Jays, 650 runs allowed for their division.
Though, huh?
They're scoring it though, 715. I'm looking at the Yankees, and they won 7 out of their last 10. They have the best run differential in the American League, plus 140. So they're scoring runs, and the 609 that they've given up is one of the fewest. What's that telling me is when they're winning big. They're blowing teams out. They're not winning maybe the close ones, anything like that. Are you afraid of the Yankees, though? Can they get hot?
I was this weekend, I was working and moving and grooving this whole weekend. I had a lot of things going on.
Okay.
And I had an opportunity. I was out at a couple of tournament ball games this past weekend and baseball.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to family. They were all Yankeed up. And I asked them, like, man, oh, yeah, this was Saturday. Watching any college football or anything? Like, oh, no, we're getting ready to watch the Yankees. Okay.
Wow.
You think they have enough to win it all? Like, the mom and the dad says, oh, yeah. There's a son, high school, because I asked him, I think he told me he's 15. Does he play any ball? He's like, oh, yeah, I play. And what high school he played for escapes me now. He's like, nah, Jay, they don't have enough, man. They don't have enough. They don't have enough pitching. And that was my question to him was, do you think they have enough pitching to win it all? And if, normally when you ask Yankee fans, they're stubborn. They're confident. Yeah, it's our World Series to lose.
Yeah.
But just to see kind of the faces wrinkle up and they have to think about it. And, that doesn't mean anything, but I'm just saying it touched me in the form of if Yankee fans are a little iffy on the ball club, then I need to be the same. And they may still come out and, shake it out and do what they need to do because they are the Yankees and Aaron Judge is an absolute animal. I love, my guy is Jazz Chisholm.
Mm-hmm.
They have some firepower, no doubt about it. Trent Grisham and all those guys, but I don't know if they have enough arms to do it. In baseball, Drapes, and you may have a different outlook. When you get to the postseason, it's a la the NBA. 1-2 guys
can carry you. Yeah.
And it can definitely be on the mound. But if you get one dude who's just scorching hot and he's going, 3 for 4 with 7 RBIs, or you put anybody in front of him, he's going to carry you. I just don't know if they have enough on the mound. I think they need to be carried by their lineup.
They got Max Fried. 3.02 ERA, 16-5 on the season.
Oh, he's dealing.
Carlos Rodon.
Yeah.
3.12 ERA, Jay.
He been dealing.
16-7.
But do you trust them in the postseason?
Yeah, they aren't like, yeah. That's why I think it's wide open in the AL, man.
Like they have
it's
some
wide open.
They have a good ball club. They have some good frontline starters. But are they proven? Have they shown you? Do you trust them?
Right.
And that's my question. And that's why I brought up the example of the family that I talked to at the ballpark this past weekend. You think you guys got enough pitching? Like, I guess they're good.
It's good, but it's not. Yeah.
They're missing that
Ace.
guy. Yeah, he's going to give me an absolute animalistic type movement when he gets on the on the mound.
What we about
performance?
3 weeks away or so from the end of the regular season.
Come on, man. It's almost last game is September 28th for the season.
It's 28th?
Yes.
Damn.
28th is the last day because that Monday the 29th. Yeah.
The 29th. That's a Kings Media Day.
It
as a
is.
matter of fact, too.
It is.
We going to be out there live?
We always out there
Okay, just
live.
making sure, big fella.
We always out there.
You're making sure.
You ain't going to get it nowhere else.
916-339-1140. Coming up next, we're going to switch the conversation to the Sacramento Kings, Jay. I got 5 big question marks for the Kings as camp begins now in less than 3 weeks. We'll dive into it next. It's The Drive, guys. Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next-day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-353-9900. That's 800-353-9900.
I've always believed that golf is more than just a game. It embodies integrity, commitment, and a sense of style. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa, and I'd like to tell you a bit about Naturewood Home Furnishings, a business that shares these same values. With the Procore Championship Professional Golf Tournament happening at the stunning Silverado Resort in Napa, I couldn't help but notice the parallels. Just like the game of golf, Naturewood has built its reputation on integrity, commitment, and timeless style. Looking to bring a unique style into your home? Naturewood offers custom certified designers who can help you craft the perfect look tailored just for you. And while you're enjoying the elegance of the tournament this week, along with Napa's world-class wine and food, be sure to visit Naturewood Home Furnishings. You'll discover pieces with the same sophistication and quality as the game itself. Who knows? You might even find an heirloom that will be passed down for generations. Naturewood Home Furnishings, off Highway 50 at Hazel. Just look for the water wheel.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity, introducing the 5-year price guarantee. One internet price, 5 years guaranteed. Well, one of the subplots in September will be whether Jacob Wilson could win the AL batting title. Now, he's been around 10 points behind Aaron Judge in the recent past, but if Judge were to fade and Wilson were to get hot, the A's might have their first batting champion since Jimmy Fox back in 1933.
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of Boomtown Baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity, baby. Our next caller is
Stacy. How do you stay locked in on every pitch and play?
We stream it all live on Xfinity Internet with low lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge.
Smart fridge.
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. Country in the Park 2 this Saturday at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Low Cash,
Vincent Mason, and Averyana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. This Saturday at Cal Expo with Proactive Pest Control, Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet, and Red's Pizzeria and Tap House. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacramento's official home of the 49ers.
San Francisco.
Sactown Sports, 1140. Live and local. It's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sactown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sactown Sports app.
Back here with Jay as Draper, Sactown Sports 1140. The Drive Guys take you up to 6 o'clock. Kevin Whitey Gleason filled in for Alan Stiles today. We'll see if he's back in the saddle, reunited with the Drive Guys tomorrow. Just saw the Apple iPhone 17 is set to come out. They just unveiled that. I see you turning around.
Don't start with me, Drake.
No, because I wanted to make. And then I also saw the AirPods Pro 3 are out as well. And
sure, bro.
For $249, Jay,
you can get AirPods Pro 3.
Yep. Live language translation, heart rate sensor, and 8-hour battery life.
Sounds like a heck of a time to me.
I've thought about.
I bet you have.
No, seriously, because I was watching the news the other day, and I'm going to get into this Kings conversation here in a second. Bear with me. And they were saying the new iPhone lags behind when it comes to AI from its competitors, artificial intelligence.
I told you that months ago. What you mean you heard? So it took another source for you to believe it?
I'm thinking about it, Jay.
Think about what?
Making a switch, big fella.
Oh, you coming to the dark side?
Yeah, but you got to give me the advantages to an Android. Like I just like
I've given.
Why
it to
is
you.
it better? Like, give me something tangible. Because you know why. And let me ask you this.
I'm not going down this road.
No, but no, it's not an argument because I literally want to know because I'm having an issue right now.
Okay.
With my iPhone. Now they want me to upgrade to the next level of cloud.
Yes.
Storage.
Yeah, absolutely.
$9.99 a month.
Of course, baby.
I'm like,
I'm gonna need you. Go ahead and put your information right here in this slot right here so I could tax you.
And it's gotten to a point, even my phone itself, when I download apps, they're like, well, you got to clear off some space and all this. You at that point? Okay. So
I
that
gotta
happens
get a new
with
phone.
all right. Okay.
I got to get a new iPhone.
So you do have an iPhone.
Bro, you know I got an iPhone.
I don't know what you got, dude. You got Google Pixel Plus?
I got the Pixel, and then I have the iPhone.
Oh, you got the, all right.
Yeah. But the iPhone, I put it in my bag this past weekend, and it just messed up the screen. Like I cracked it and all that. I'm like, But I'm never in a rush to go buy another phone.
The newest one?
Yeah. There's no need because they're not giving me anything new. And that's for all phones for the most part.
Right.
But man, let me take you out to lunch or something.
Yeah,
we'll
you got to. We got to talk. I'm not trying to get you riled up, but this storage thing is pissing me off,
dude. It's like a car that is built. All cars, mechanics will tell you, they're all built to break down.
Yeah,
because that's where the money is at. It's in the maintenance, the upkeep. Same thing with cell phones. It is. Have you ever heard of a person like, you know what? I've had this phone for 10 years. Yeah. No, albeit because new technology and stuff like that. I'm not, ignorant to that fact. But, there's people who truly don't care, could care less, could buy one phone. And if it consistently works,
they keep it.
They would keep it. But it's meant to break. Plus the fact that wear and tear on it all day,
But what about the storage? Like I'm already paying an extra $2.99 a month
for storage.
The storage.
Okay.
Now they want me to go up to the 1 TB or whatever
Yeah,
it
man,
is.
the terabyte.
Like, when does it stop?
It doesn't. It doesn't.
You know, I got all the old videos and the kids' pictures and everything
Champ,
like
you
that.
better put that on a hard drive and a different cloud service, not an Apple cloud service.
You could do that?
Of course. Just transfer it over to a cloud service. It's technology, baby.
Because
It's
that's
2025.
I got all the pictures and videos from overseas, and I'm like, they're not being backed up.
Right. They out there butt naked. They're not being covered. You're right. You should literally put them on a hard drive, terabyte drive, a few terabyte drives to have it physically. And then you should definitely put it in the cloud in another service as well.
All right, I got to figure out how to do that. I used to be very savvy when it comes to that. What do you just plug it into your computer and open up a folder and cut and paste and copy?
Pretty simple, Drapes.
Is it still that way? I haven't done that in a while.
That's if you're putting it on a hard drive.
Right,
Yes.
right. Okay. All right.
Same thing with cloud,
Really?
Yeah, man, it's easy. Remember years ago when you got a new phone, they would have to plug it up to this box or whatever it was, and it would do all the downloading, then you put your new phone in and upload it. Gone to those days, man. It's just drag and drop, champ. Drag and drop. Not even that. You could take one full thing, send it. Be done. Dropbox style.
Really?
Yes,
all right.
Come on now.
We do need to sit down and go to lunch or something. Somebody said Dropbox, Logical Raptors fanatic said that.
They're spot on.
Look at this. I'm not going there, Rancho Mice.
What you got?
And 916. Androids give you much more freedom to customize the phone to your personal taste. Operating systems are different. Each one has its own pluses and minuses. Just a lot more freedom from personalization, and some of the Android phones do have better utilization of AI, but most users aren't going to notice. Android, you're not trapped in Apple, said Rancho Mice. All right, I'm considering. I don't want to go down that path too much.
You got to come to the dark side.
Because I'm already paying, but you got to pay for storage too, though. Is that?
I mean, it does, but you know what I try and do now because of what we do in our job and careers and things like that. Plus, just the way of living. It ain't have nothing to do with that. I try when I get the phone, I try and get the biggest storage unit phone capable that I'm capable of doing at that time. And I kind of start there. But yes, you're like even the Pixel right now is telling me I'm running out of storage. Definitely. But it ain't like the iPhone. Like the iPhone, you could put 2 videos and an MP3 on there, which you can't even play. And it'd be like, oh, yeah, you are running out of storage. Running out of storage.
It's bothering the heck
I
out
got
of me.
256 gig. It's running out of storage. You like, man, come on, iPhone. One thing about Apple, it's robotic in the form of it's going to do the same thing all the time. They're always looking for and it's always going to ask you for the same stuff. It is a cheat code for cell phones. Why I think they always were in front is because prior to that, now people can argue this because I was a sidekick guy.
Okay.
Like I preferred my sidekick over, iPhones. Now that's prehistoric, but I'm just saying iPhone was kind of one of them things. This is what it was told to me. You press one button, it does 3 things for you. Versus with Android, you actually physically manually have to kind of go into those folders each step. Now that's out the window because now they pretty much do all the same thing. It's all about, personal preference. But I was a music heavy. So I always liked Android because iPhones can't play MP3s. When you download them, it was just always a problem. And
can y'all still play MP3s or no?
Of course.
iPhone, you can't. I don't even. I
good
used
luck.
to be doing that.
Yeah,
now all my MP3s I thought I loaded, they're like,
good luck, brother.
They skip over them.
Yeah, there's certain things that iPhone just won't do.
Damn.
The other thing too, the HEIC, I don't know what that extension.
Yeah.
Like if you send certain, and this could be just me being ignorant with the cell phone, but I know like those extensions of certain pictures and stuff like that, the HEIC, those won't cross over to like if you have an Android laptop. Like you have an Android laptop, right? You don't have a Mac, do you?
No, I don't have a Mac.
Yeah.
I got just
So like those things,
PC joint.
you got to find a different extension, a different program to run those HEIC extensions and stuff. Yeah, it's just, man, it's iPhone. The cords is always busted. The charger's always breaking.
And they're always switching up the little pack.
Yeah, because
brick.
They want you to invest.
Man, all right. Yeah, we gotta sit down and have a tutorial on iPhones and Androids and Googles and all that. I do want to get to the Kings. Shout out to Mason Jones. He signed with Perth, Australian basketball team in the NBL. He thanked Sacramento and Stockton with a post. He said the last 2 years has been nothing but growth and blessings, and making history as the first team to ever win the G will always be up there as the best things done. You don't always win, but the people I met, the people who helped me grow from a boy to a man will always be remembered in my heart. Shout out to Mason Jones. So no Mason Jones. He's going overseas to play in Australia. Another Australian, as I make that switch, Josh Giddey signing a 4-year, $100 million deal. Cam Thomas reportedly set to take the qualifying offer from the Brooklyn Nets. That would leave Jonathan Kuminga and Quentin Grimes as the two restricted free agents still out there. And it got me thinking, Jay. If you're the Sacramento Kings, we haven't heard near anything recently regarding Jonathan Kuminga and the Sacramento Kings. We got training camp set to open up in less than 3 weeks.
Is that when it opens?
Yeah, that media day. 3 weeks from today is
29th.
29th, 30th.
It's training camp.
Training camp officially set to begin. I know the coaches are doing their little retreat coming up either this week or next week, and then it's going to get serious. But it got me thinking. We haven't heard anything on the Jonathan Kuminga front. Something got to be settled here soon. And it got me thinking to the 5 question marks for the Sacramento Kings going into camp. Can I run this down? 5 things that we need to know as the Kings open up camp. Number 5, what does the rotation look like? And the thing about that is, we don't even know what the team is going to look like. Like this Jonathan Kuminga situation, and that's on my list. We got 3 weeks to go for camp, and this Kuminga situation could go so many different ways still and affect the team so many. So what's the rotation? Hell, what's the roster going to look like?
I was going to ask, is this roster done?
No, that's the thing.
Because they still have one roster spot.
Yeah, with the Westbrook talk is still out there. Let me run down my 5 because it all sort of revolves around the roster. What does the rotation look like? Will Nick Clifford in the Summer League translate to the regular season? Will my boy Dennis Schroeder lead the charge for the Kings? Will he be the guy to answer at point guard here for the next year or two? What's the deal with Malik Monk? Do we need to get some clarity on Malik Monk's future? He's been the subject of trade rumors. He's been floated around out there. Now the latest report is that the Kings are going to keep Malik. But we need to know. And then number 1, will Jonathan Kuminga be here? Or is this just going to be the roster? If you're the Sacramento Kings with 3 weeks to go till training camp, and you're not the only team that Warriors, I could throw the same question. What about Al Horford? I ain't signed him. I ain't see the news. There's so much. I can't remember a year where there's so much still left to be decided this close to training camp. And when I look at the Kings, you know, I'm bullish on my boy Zach. I'm bullish on DeMar. I like the roster. I like the pieces. I love Dennis Schroeder. But one of the things we talked about was a full off season, a training camp together. Some of these things got to be settled, Jay. We need some answers soon. And I'm not saying it's the King. Jonathan Kuminga, this situation is holding up everything. Because if the Kings are still in on Jonathan Kuminga, to get him, you're going to have to give up some pieces. So how can you even go into camp if you're not even sure who's, you know what it's like, Jay? You like to cook, right? You barbecue, you grill.
Yeah.
Occasionally you've invited me over. Come on through. What's going on right now with Kings, Warriors, Nets, number of teams? You cooking dinner, Thanksgiving dinner, but you ain't sure who's showing up.
How many heads?
Man,
that's tough.
It's tough, right?
Tough.
It's like, oh, I thought I had this many, but then 12 other people came.
Yeah.
I thought my roster was going to look like this. Now it looks like that.
I tell you one thing, the worst thing you can do, and I'm just stemming off the conversation, is run out of food. Especially at a Thanksgiving shindig.
Yeah.
Or, like this weekend, a boxing fight shindig. Yeah.
Oh, what you doing?
Come on, dog. What you doing?
I'm flying out for Saturday night.
I can't help you.
I know. I just
you ain't gonna watch the Canelo Crawford?
What time they? Oh, but they like 7, 8,
8:30.
8:30
around there.
My flight's at 10. Big fella.
Oh, you gonna be able to see it? You'll be at the airport watching on the phone.
What's it on? Is it pay-per-view?
Of course it is, man.
How do I get that? You look at you like you got. we got to talk off air about that. We got to talk off air on it. No, it's all good. It's all good, man. Somebody Compio saying Netflix.
It is Netflix.
Is it Netflix?
I thought it was Netflix pay-per-view though.
Oh, is it Netflix pay-per-view?
Yeah, I thought they were still stinging your butt for another amount of money, but I could be wrong.
Okay, if it's on Netflix or something, I'll be at the airport just watching it. But you're right regarding the food analogy that we were just talking about. It's almost like Doug Christie is ready to cook a meal without knowing which groceries Scott Perry's bringing home for him to cook. And so this Kuminga situation needs to work itself out. Or do we just turn the page and say, you know what? We out. We can walk away too. Talking about the Kings. You could say, you know what? It ain't worth the hassle. We want to move on. We want to, lock in, get our squad together, be ready. But with camp 3 weeks away, there has been nothing. No news, no movement, nothing. How long is this going to drag on? It's holding us up, big fella. We just talked about the 5 burning questions going into camp.
Give them to me one more time. 5.
What does the rotation / roster look like, basically? Okay. Nick Clifford, can he actually crack it and show what he saw and shown in Summer League and do it in the regular season? Dennis Schroeder, how's he fit in? Is he the answer? But then Malik Monk, number 2, his uncertainty. Is he going to be here? How does he feel about hearing his name in the trade rumors? Those are big questions that we just don't know the answer to right now. And then number 1, is it going to be a Jonathan Kuminga show here? I can't remember the last time a team knowingly got this close to training camp, not knowing what it's going to look like. And it's the nature of the NBA right now because Kings you got Warriors trying to figure it out, Sixers trying to figure out with Grimes, Cam Thomas out there in Brooklyn. Like a number of teams are still in a holding pattern. And I think that's why the Bulls and Josh Giddey got it done. It's like, you know what?
Get it out the way.
Get it out the way, dude. We want you here. You want to be here. Let's figure something out.
Had your best numbers in the league ever here.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
4 years, $100 million.
Which in the grand scheme of things,
$25 million per.
That ain't a lot of money for a Josh Giddey.
Who's better, Giddey or Kuminga?
For me, it's Giddey.
Yeah, okay. Because if I'm Kuminga, I'm seeing that.
I want the same thing.
I want the same thing. But Golden State ain't giving him that.
Nah.
Is it on Jonathan Kuminga to sign the deal?
Well,
you know what I mean? Or are the Warriors going to be pressured?
What do you mean sign the deal?
Qualifying offer.
I think that's what he's going to do. the 7.9 or whatever it is. Yeah. I think you do that. And you get the hell out of town after the end of the year. And you try to go get your
and then get out.
Yeah, you get your 4 for 120, 4 for 100 or 5 for 130 or whatever you believe, because we, from our understanding, it was 30 plus. We knew around the league they didn't have that this year. I think Giddey sets the precedent for Jonathan Kuminga, and I think that's right around where he will be. Now, he may shorten up the year or he may add a few years to get a little extra money, but I think that's the precedent. He's right around that area. I truly think that sets the precedent for Keegan.
We ain't heard about Keegan's extension. 25 mil?
I think he should be right around there. Jabari Smith at the high end, Josh Giddey at the low end. I think that's where he's at. 25, 22, 23. Jabari got 22, 20, but he had an extra year.
Yeah.
5 years.
5 year. 916-339-1140. You can weigh in on this. What's your biggest question mark for the Sacramento Kings going into training camp, which begins 3 weeks from today? To me, the thing about it, the Kuminga situation, it might almost be at a point, Jay, where we see where this is headed. Warriors ain't budging. Kuminga don't seem like he budging. Eventually, he's going to have to sign something.
Which would probably be that qualifying
offer.
I look at it with Kuminga as I looked at it with Juwan Jennings, and I know they're two different sports, but the last couple of weeks, came out. You were over there hobnobbing in Singapore and Indonesia and all that. But Juwan Jennings, from what we had heard from insiders and people that came on the shows, we knew he wasn't happy, but it was his calf was hurting and he wanted some more money. And could he not play week 1 because of the injury? But whispers behind closed doors was maybe he wasn't going to play because he wasn't happy. And I told Whitey, I said, them preseason checks, that training camp check, that's different.
Hit different
than week 1 live NFL football check. That FedEx delivery that you get when you're in the NFL, and I don't know if you've ever had conversation with guys in the league, but a lot of my friends that have played in the league, like when you get fined or you get money removed, it's sent via FedEx.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, and it's sitting right on that locker. They drop it right on your seat.
Yeah.
When that FedEx envelope is delivered, Juwan Jennings wasn't going. He didn't want that FedEx envelope delivered to his locker. I told Whitey, I said, week 1, he'll be playing.
He'll be out there
because he wants that He wants that game check.
Yeah,
that's different. Same thing with Kuminga. You'll take it all the way up to the limit.
Yep.
Right to the end of the finish line. And then when it goes live and that Zale start hitting wrong, then I'm going to find myself at practice and training camp and media day and all the different things that go into your contract and into your deal when you can start to become fined. So I think Kuminga and his camp will take it as far as possible.
Right.
When that check isn't up in the air. But once that check, those checks start coming in, then I think he'll find his way into signing that deal. And we see it in all sports. Mm-hmm. People will take it as far as they want to.
Right.
We've seen some people, Trent Williams, take it into the season and stand on business. But I think Kuminga will figure out a way to, I'm going to get into camp.
Right.
Now, how that affects the Kings,
he might be like, all right, I'm going to sign this qualifying offer. I don't want to, but.
I think he understands and knows, and I truly believe the Warriors, and this is just my opinion off of everything we know, this is the last hurrah. And unless anybody had, above Steve Kerr has a say-so and tells Steve Kerr to stand down, I think Kuminga understands, let me just sign this qualifying offer. This is what comes with me being drafted and being a first rounder and being part of the association and the bargaining agreement, I have to stick to this.
Right.
I'm pretty sure, his people, his campus told him, you do this, you got to bite the bullet for a year. And maybe before a trade deadline, you're out of here. Maybe we can operate. Maybe the Warriors are, dead last and they want to get some other, talent in here. I don't know. But I think if you're Kuminga, you go sign that deal as quick as possible.
Sign that deal.
When at the end of the finish line.
Right.
At the end of the finish line.
916-339-1140. You can weigh in on that. We'll continue that conversation as well. What's the biggest question mark for your Sacramento Kings leading into camp? It's the Drive Guys, Drapes and Jay, here till 6 on Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey, this is Jelly Roll. This National Recovery Month, start your recovery journey. Choose a proven addiction treatment option that's right for you at choosechangeca.org.
If your passion is bass fishing, only one radio show has the action, information, and excitement of your favorite outdoor sport. Ultimate Bass, hosted by Tournament Bass Pro and California Outdoor Hall of Famer Kip Brown, takes you live to where the fish are biting every Saturday morning. Only Ultimate Bass feeds your passion with the latest news, products, tips, and advice from the pros. Ultimate Bass with Kip Brown, Saturday mornings at 5 a.m. on Sactown Sports 1140, part of SEP's Saturday Morning Outdoors.
Time to check out Capital Casino, conveniently located at 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
At Valley Strong Credit Union, we know that local businesses are the backbone of the Central Valley, investing in our neighborhoods, boosting the economy, making the Valley stronger. But when it comes to their finances, where can they turn? A big bank that just sees another number? That's not good enough. Valley businesses deserve Valley support for payroll, credit, cash flow, and everything in between. Valley Business is Valley Strong. Learn how our cash management services can support your business at valleystrong.com.
When shopping for a new car, what do you want? A great selection? A low monthly payment? More for your trade? At Northern California's best Honda dealer, Stockton Honda, you get it all. Model year-end savings are going on now. Drive away in your favorite Honda. It's savings you just can't say no to. Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Based on the results of the study, recognized on June 18, 2025, USA Today's list of California's top car dealers 2025.
Capital Casino, conveniently located on 411th North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just one cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 and monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people offer me the same basic service as Verizon for so much less money? I said, Mom, go ask Google how much Verizon spends on advertising and promotion. A few seconds later, my mother said, oh my goodness, $12 billion a year? That must be a typo. I'll tell you what I told my mom. It's not a typo. Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotion, and their customers are paying for it. Well, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. Trust me, I would know. Consequently, they can offer you and my mother unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a blazing fast 5G network for just $25 a month. Dial pound 250 and say the words micro, and you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 micro. Pure Talk, everything you need and nothing you don't.
your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sactown Sports.
Back here on the Drive, guys, Sactown Sports, 1140, Drapes and Jay, holding it down till 6 o'clock, talking about Jonathan Kuminga and the Sacramento Kings, and what are some of the pressing questions for the Kings going into training camp, which opens up in 3 weeks. Marsha on the YouTube chat says, Kuminga needs to understand this is business. Absolutely. If I'm the Kings, you can be patient. No doubt about it. And you could be like, we're okay. We're going to roll with the roster. But from a player standpoint, some of the uncertainty, we heard Devin Carter's name floated out there, Malik Monk's name. It got to be tough. It got to, and from the Warriors standpoint, you got Al Horford hanging out there. You got GP2. Like this, and no offense to Jonathan Kuminga, this ain't Durant or LeBron.
Yep.
He holding up a lot, Jay.
He is. But I think that's part of his, you know, if you look at his cachet and what he has going for him, to me, that's part of his package.
Yeah.
Is you need to figure out what's going on with me before these other dominoes drop. Take care of me now.
Right. He feel like he got a little leverage, huh?
Yes,
because of that.
That's part of it. I think that's part of his movement is I can hold, a few other moves, hold them up until you take care of what's going on with me mathematically and, our situation. There's different aspects to the story, but I think that is part of his leverage.
Mm.
You can't officially sign GP2 until you take care of me. Al Horford, he might retire, might not, might come to the Warriors, might not. And if Al Horford really wanted to retire, or if there was someone who maybe, and I'm not saying other teams aren't, but if someone really wanted Al Horford, he probably would have been off the market by now because of the Jonathan Kuminga. Because in reality, he's holding up not where he's playing next year, but also his family.
Right.
His kids. Like that's up in the air. So, but I think we're sharper than that. I truly do. I think we know, there's some behind the door handshakes that have been taken care of. And when we get Kuminga officially on and or off the books, Al Horford will throw you that
we know
$6 million and GP2, here goes that money. Because if not, those guys would have been gone.
Right.
But I'm like, if it's me, if I'm another coach outside of Golden State, I'm like a college coach. I'm like a recruiter. Yeah, you officially committed to play for the Warriors, but I ain't going to stop calling until I can't no more.
Can't no more.
Right? It used to be until you sent officially you sent in that fax. Now there's different type of commitment dates and early commit day and all those type of things. But I wouldn't stop. Just because you said you're going to play for the Warriors don't mean I'm going to stop. I'm going to continue to keep sending all this literature your way.
Right. The mailing and everything.
The mail, yeah. You know how it is when you're getting
show up to your
recruited.
games.
Come on now. Pull up. Be like,
Right.
man, what's going on? You talking to my mama.
916-339-1140. What are some of the pressing question marks for the Sacramento Kings? I was out at lunch earlier today, and the waiter, he's excited.
Okay.
He's pumped for the season.
As he should be.
He's excited. But he has the same one of his questions, because I talked to him about some of the question marks. What's Isaac Jones going to turn into? Isaac Jones, Jay, might be our Brock Purdy, if you will. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hold on, Big Al. Hear me out. The Niners were desperate at the quarterback position. They thought they had a guy in Trey Lance. That failed. They were left wondering, who's our quarterback? Brock says, you know what? Let me get in there. Let me show you what I could do. Exceeded expectations. Isaac Jones, undrafted, will have the opportunity that Brock Purdy had. A chance to earn some minutes and to solidify that backup 4/5 position. And so the waiter I was talking to, 916-339-1140, he said if Isaac Jones can develop that 3, I think that's a big what if, man. A big question mark. The backup 4, Trey Lyles is gone. Linda S. Drapes with Trey Lyles and Mason Jones not returning. How many roster spots do the Kings have to fill? I still think it's only 1. But if we had Trey Lyles back, then we feeling good about that backup 4. Right now, is it Sharage? Is it Eubanks? Is it Isaac Jones? Will the real backup power forward please stand up? They're going to have that opportunity in training camp and preseason and to start off the season. That's why this Kuminga thing is so interesting, because if you get Kuminga, maybe you shuffle around the roster a little bit. Maybe it's not as pressing of a need. But right now, Isaac Jones might be pressed into duty, if you will. If I'm Isaac Jones right now, I ain't working on post moves. I'm not working on boxing out. I'm not working on rebounding. I'm working on the 3 ball, 1,000 threes I'm putting up a day. Because that's where he's going to get this playing time. I know he could jump out the gym. I know he's a good kid, a hustle player. The question is, can he knock down that shot? Can he turn into a lesser extent, because I ain't saying he's a star, all-star, or anything like that. But Brock Purdy was found money. Keon Ellis found money. Can Isaac Jones be our found money this year? That's one of our big question marks going into the season.
Ooh,
you like that? You like that?
You said pressed into action. He is. He's right. He's a step right up. Come on down. The price is right. Isaac Jones has to play.
Got to.
He has to play. There's nobody else that can play in front of him. He has to play. If not, we're running a 4. We talk about a 3-guard system.
Right.
We're gonna be running a 4-guard system.
Super small.
Yeah, ain't no way. He's definitely got to play. I mean, I'm gonna keep it 1,000. You could turn your mic.
You want me to sit this one out?
No disrespect to Dario Saric. Absolutely none. You have played in the league for a long time. You've gotten your money. You are a professional ball player. It's 2025. The injuries that you have sustained, they're not going to allow you to be a high-end caliber type player anymore. And if I'm going into battle every single night and I'm going into, battle against the Lakers, I'm going into battle against Jokic, and I'm going into battle against the Clippers and Kawhi and his tree planting self. Like, I'm not taking Dario Saric with me. I'm sorry. I truly am. It's not something that I would like to see on a nightly basis going to battle with Dario Saric as a key member of my rotation. That's something that's on one of your top 5 burning questions heading into the Kings season. Who's in rotation? Second part of it is who's on this roster. Well, I pulled it up because I wanted to triple check and make sure I didn't miss anybody. Friend of the show, Daquan Plowdens, and all those type of guys. The fringe guys, the Isaiah Stevens, Carwells, guys who've signed 2-way deals. We know they'll be on the team. But I just want to triple check, make sure I ain't miss anything. They ain't sign anybody under my nose.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm looking at this roster, which, by the way, let me say this, Drapes, and you for sure could take a step back. I'm looking at the Kings official roster on the Kings official website. I understand it's the offseason. But damn, Trey Lyles, Mason Jones, we still got some guys on the roster that ain't on the roster no more. Come on, Golden One Center. Somebody do their job and pull them folks off the roster,
big fella.
man.
Calm down.
No. We got to be up to date. This is the home of the Sacramento Kings, fella. We got to do a better job. All right, moving on. I'm just going to name these names, Drapes, and you tell me who could play power forward.
Okay.
Isaiah Stevens.
No.
Malik Monk.
No.
Terrence Davis.
No.
Nick Clifford.
No.
They got Doug McDermott still here.
No, Doug's on the squad.
I know.
Yeah,
Doug McDermott. I got you. Zach LaVine. Power forward?
Yeah.
Are you thinking? Are you pondering?
No.
Okay.
No. It's just if I squint real good, maybe Doug. McDermott.
Well, I skipped over here for a reason.
Yeah.
Because I'm coming back. Zach LaVine.
No.
DeMar DeRozan.
Nah. I mean, he could, but it's not ideal.
Dennis Schroeder.
Nope.
Devin Carter.
Nope.
Got Markelle Fultz up here. Keon Ellis.
Nope.
Daquan Plowden.
Nope.
All right. I got Jay Crowder up here too. Shouts out Jay Crowder. Now, I'll give you the rest. Dylan Cardwell. Power forward.
He could play it.
Yep. Isaac Jones.
Our boy, yeah.
All right. Doug McDermott.
Small ball 4.
Dario Saric.
Yep.
Keegan Murray, Domantas Sabonis, which we know.
Yeah.
Drew Eubanks.
Yep.
Okay. Max Reynaud.
Yeah.
All right. Of all those players that you said yes to, remove the starters, Keegan, Domantas Sabonis, and probably DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah.
Right there, right? Some people I see on the 916 talking about, will DeMar DeRozan come off the bench? I doubt it, but I could be wrong. So now that leaves us with Drew Eubanks, Maxime Reynaud, Dario Saric, Doug McDermott, Isaac Jones, Dylan Cardwell. Now we're talking about power forward. We haven't even begun to have the conversation of who's the backup center. Who is in front of Isaac Jones? You got two questions that revolve around the roster and the rotation. One is, who's going to be on this roster? Number two, who's playing within the rotation? Doug McDermott is your power forward over Isaac Jones? Just right now, September 9th. Okay. Dario Saric is your power forward over Isaac Jones? I'm asking Draper.
Maybe. I'm giving Sarge only 31, Jay.
I got it.
Like he's 40.
But the knees is how old?
All right.
Drew Eubanks, is he starting over Isaac Jones for you? Or
Probably
not starting,
not.
but is he in rotation?
Probably not. I like Isaac.
Maxime Reynaud.
I don't think the young fella's ready yet.
Over IJ.
IJ. Not yet.
So if we're going off of the gist, you have Dario Saric, Isaac Jones, or Doug McDermott battling for your backup power forward. That's as of right now, September 9th, when camp opens, Drew Eubanks, Isaac Jones, and Dario Saric is competing for your backup point guard. Power forward. Power forward.
Yeah.
Keep wanting to say point guard. I don't know, Drapes. I think if you're looking around the NBA, it's no disrespect to any of those gentlemen. As I've always said, please jump out prove me and everybody else who may be a detractor wrong. That's a very thin. I'm talking about college rule thin.
It's tough.
Right.
I can't argue. When I look at, and I'm on Real GM and they break down the depth chart, we know the starters. They say in the rotation, Keon Ellis, Malik Monk. They got Saric as the backup center, Eubanks as the next center.
Oof.
But they don't have.
Where's Max at?
He's under the center spot, even after IJ.
So he's fourth? Fifth?
Fifth. This is just Real GM.
Yeah, I got you.
But the thing is, they don't list anybody in the backup small forward or backup power forward position.
Wow.
Basically, those two are question marks, right? I got to be Isaac Jones and Saric. Those two going to have to battle it out as presently constructed. But damn, then who's backing up DeMar at the 3? So we got some question marks. And we'll hear from Scott Perry come media day. We'll hear from Doug Christie come media day, less than 3 weeks away. And I'm sure the media will ask these questions. And who knows? Something still could be done.
I think I've said all along, I think they have one more move within them.
Yeah.
I think they've tried to keep flexibility. And, Scott Perry, general manager, said that for a while. We want to be flexible with an eye on the future. Mm-hmm. And I paraphrase, but that's pretty much what he's talked about. In a perfect world, I think the Kings would like to see Nick Clifford play the small forward backup. Scott Perry has talked about that throughout Summer League. His appearances here, his appearances on NBA TV and ESPN. They believe Nick Clifford can play some backup small forward. But I think, and I could be wrong, because one of the times we had Scott Perry on, I was on vacation. Did you guys ask him who was playing the backup center and or the backup power forward position? Or is the backup center position in this point of they're going to throw everything against the wall and see what sticks? Right. Drew Eubanks, Max, we can see 2 or 3 guys kind of being the backup center in the form of just because of their height and what they do, the way they play. Like Max, can arguably be a center or a power forward, depending on who you ask. Drew Eubanks, to me, is a power forward. He wouldn't be a backup center for me. He's short when it comes to big guys, which is crazy. No, Drew Eubanks. He's 6'8". He's listed as 6'8".
Is he?
6'8", 6'9". Yeah, depending on where you look.
I think Saric. Damn. Saric, they list as 6'10". Is he 6'10"? Because I view him as a power forward.
What's that? Who's listing it?
See, this on Real GM.
Because the Kings they're gonna put 6'10", and Drew Eubanks gonna be 6'10" on the Kings, but
on ESPN, Saric is 6'10" as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, I don't think he's that tall.
Oh, I'm two sites. Say Basketball Reference. List Dario Saric 6'10". That's 3 sites.
Where's Whitey at?
I know, right? Where's Whitey be on that? Just got to see him. NBA.com. Dario Saric listed at 6'10". Yeah, okay. He might be key, man. He might, if he can bounce back, give us 50 to 60 games.
Oh, that's a lot. You're asking a lot.
Last season, Denver 16 games. Season before that, Golden State 64 games. Season before that, 57. Yeah. There's some question marks going into training camp less than 3 weeks away now. Media day less than 3 weeks away. I see TC holding on. Is it time for a break, Jay? We're going to take a quick break. TC, stick around. We're going to get to the phone lines. You'll be able to weigh in on this. 916-339-1140 Talking Kings. And we'll also get back to the big news for the 49ers. Out Jake Moody, in That's right. They brought in another kicker for your Sacramento or for your San Francisco 49ers, Pinheiro. We'll talk about that here on the Drive Guys, Sactown Sports, 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
All right, and for his 19th season, we're so happy to have him back, Matt Barrows. Good morning, Matt.
Morning, guys. How are you? You guys were talking about brisket, however. I apologize for interrupting your brisket discussion.
That was me.
You can listen to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. on 1140 a.m. YouTube or the Sactown Sports app.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just one cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025, Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right. So we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity. Introducing the 5-year price guarantee. One internet price, 5 years guaranteed. Well, one of the subplots in September will be whether Jacob Wilson could win the AL batting title. Now, he's been around 10 points behind Aaron Judge in the recent past, but if Judge were to fade and Wilson were to get hot, the A's might have their first batting champion since Jimmy Fox back in 1933.
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of Boomtown Baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity, baby. Our next caller is
Stacy. How do you stay locked in on every pitch and play?
We stream it all live on Xfinity Internet with low lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge.
Smart fridge?
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
The Sactown Sports 49ers Report is brought to you by Kia of Vacaville, located beside the Vacaville outlets. The 49ers got their season started successfully with a last-minute win in Seattle, 17-13. Jake Tonjes, the hero, making a leaping grab in the end zone for the game-winning touchdown. Niners back on the road this week in New Orleans. You can catch all the actions on Sunday right here on Sactown Sports 1140, beginning at 9 a.m.
Football season is here at Kia of Vacaville. You can score big in a new 2025 Kia Niro LX with up to 53 MPG combined at Kia of Vacaville. Perfect for road trips, tailgates, and cruising to Levi Stadium in style and comfort. But don't wait. Inventory is limited at Kia of Vacaville, and these deals won't last long. Visit KiaVacaville.com or stop by right next to the Vacaville outlets for friendly service, easy shopping, and unbeatable value. All in one stop. Kia of Vacaville, where the adventure begins.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger, Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At Valley Strong Credit Union, we know that local businesses are the backbone of the Central Valley, investing in our neighborhoods, boosting the economy, making the Valley stronger. But when it comes to their finances, where can they turn? A big bank that just sees another number? That's not good enough. Valley businesses deserve Valley support for payroll, credit, cash flow, and everything in between. Valley Business is Valley Strong. Learn how our cash management services can support your business at valleystrong.com.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. Country in the Park 2 this Saturday at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Locash, Vincent Mason, and Abriana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. This Saturday at Cal Expo with Proactive Pest Control, Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet, and Red's Pizzeria and Tap House. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
I'm tired of being broken. I'm sick of feeling hopeless. Way down here.
Hey, this is Jelly Roll. This National Recovery Month, start your recovery journey. Choose a proven addiction treatment option that's right for you at choosechangeca.org.
Alan Stiles here with your Sactown Sports injury update, brought to you by DTLA Law Group. Jack Perkins, out with that strained right shoulder, has been shut down from throwing for 3 more weeks. We'll re-image and determine an off-season program. His expected return is TBD. Max Muncy, out with that right hand fracture, began a hitting progression last week and will progress as able. His expected return is possibly late September. That was your Sactown Sports injury update, brought to you by DTLA Law Group. Hey, I'm Alan Stiles. Injured at work? Call downtown. DTLA Law Group, California's leading injury law firm. With over 40 lawyers throughout California, they have won over $500 million in settlements. DTLA Law Group will get you compensation for your work injury. You don't pay unless they win. That's right. You pay $0 up front. Call downtown. Text injury help to 40222. That's injury help to 40222. Visit them at calldowntown.com. Text charges may apply.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Your flagship station for the Beam Team.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140. Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sactown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sactown Sports app.
Back here at Drapes and J, Drive Guys. Final hour on Sactown Sports 1140. We'll get to the Niners talk coming up in a minute. Niners making a series of roster moves. Jay, I'm going to let you get it off.
First one
right
of the
now.
season,
I'm going to let you get it off, big fella. Bang, bang, Niner gang.
All this negative talk about my squad, man, you know, it is what it is, brother. All I'm saying is we are 1-0.
You right.
When it's all said and done, we 1-0.
You right. Team 1-0. Top the division. A nice little road. Anytime you get a road division win, that's solid.
Especially against the Pigeons.
The Pigeons, the Seahawks.
Yeah. The Pigeons.
The Seahawks, Niners able to get that. But if you didn't hear the news, Niners with a flurry of announcements today, signing Kendrick Bourne, waiving Jake Moody, placing George Kittle on IR as well. They also released Robbie Chosen. Did you see that off the practice squad?
Yeah.
So Robbie Chosen is done. Brock Purdy, meanwhile, dealing with shoulder and toe injuries. And Jawan Jennings listed as day-to-day as the team gets ready to take on the Saints in New Orleans this week. Also talking about the Sacramento Kings. What are some of your big question marks going into training camp? 3 weeks away. What's going on with Isaac Jones? Is he the guy at the 4 spot, backup 4? Is my boy Dennis Schroeder the answer? What's up with Jonathan Kuminga? What are your questions for the Sacramento Kings going into training camp? 916-339-1140. Our guy TC has been hanging on. TC, what's up, man?
That garage, they keep switching shit, bro.
Hey, TC, you come on, big fella. See, that's an amateur right there, Jay.
Yeah, he was an amateur.
That's an amateur right there.
Come on, T.
He got no better than that. TC, a friend of the show, always calling in. He calls every radio show out there. He was not ready.
As soon as we go to T, he over there with a foul mouth. Thank the Lord for a done button.
The real TC came out right there, man. You know, he gets kind of spicy sometimes when he called, but I ain't never seen him hear him say something.
Not
like
ready.
That.
He wasn't ready. He's talking to somebody having another convo.
That's crazy. That's crazy. 916-339-1140. Eric Q, Smoking Q, says Murray needs to be at the 3, but we all know he'll be at 4.
I'm with you.
I mean, that's the thing. Compio asks who's the starting 4. Still Keegan Murray. I mean, we just don't have any other option.
Is this the type of roster right now where the starter's gonna have to play a lot of minutes?
Damn, Jay, you putting it like that?
Because I think, like, I like TD, Terrence Davis.
Yeah,
you could sneak him out there on paper as a 3 and versus certain lineups and depending on who else you got out there. Like, I don't want to say he plays bigger than what he is. He's listed at 6'4", but it feels like TD plays a little bit bigger. Just an opinion.
Okay.
That's just me. I'm
he
not
can play some 3 for you.
I feel like he plays bigger than his 6'4" stature and frame. You know, he's got a little thick in the rump. He'll bang a little bit, you know, plays more on the perimeter, but he will go attack the 10 when he needs to. So I don't know. I guess if you're asking 6'5" Nick Clifford to do the same thing.
Right.
Like, I was looking this up. According to the official roster, Nick Clifford is $175.
Yep.
6'5".
6'5".
TD is 6'4", 201.
Yeah. 175 a little light in the pants, for that. Yeah.
A little, you know. I don't know, Drapes. I really think I know Nick Clifford's going to play some backup 3 because Scott Perry has already told me that.
Mm-hmm.
I've got the answer to that. I know DeMar DeRozan, for whatever reason, is going to play some power forward because I've already got the answer to that. I've seen it done before. And this team is in need of a power forward, a backup. When you move this, move Keegan out, or excuse me, when Keegan takes a break, who replaces him?
Right.
I know we have a gluttony of guys in the backcourt. Malik Monk has to play 20-odd minutes a game. Dennis Schroeder has to play 20-odd minutes a game. Zach's got to play 30 minutes a game. Domas is going to play upwards of 40 minutes almost. Keegan's probably going to be around there too.
No, you're right, man. When I look at it, well, here's the thing. For me, Zach should play heavy minutes.
What's heavy?
34.
Approach, okay.
34, 35.
Okay.
Dennis Schroeder, to me, should play 30.
Okay.
Oh, he's your starting point guard. He's the guy. He does something that nobody else on the team really can do. Run the offense. Domas is playing 34, 35 minutes.
I think he or Keegan is going to be heavy this year.
Heavy, right?
I think we're going to see a 37, 38 type of campaign for one of the two.
That's what I was thinking with Keegan. Younger player, young legs. What is he, 24? Just got married. Shout out to him. Yep, shout out to him. Congratulations.
Boy, that was on a tuck, wasn't it?
Yeah, all of a sudden it just showed up on social, right?
What did Keegan average last year, minutes-wise, Drapes? You know off the top of your head?
Nah, I don't. Look that up. I know what was it, 12 points a game?
Yep, 12.4.
12.4.
I remember that.
Yeah. Took a step back in terms of points per game production. But the drop-off between Keegan and whoever it is coming back is a real thing. Backing him up is a real thing. He has to be a 35-minute-a-night kind of guy, I think.
Keegan?
Yeah. At least, I'm saying.
Yeah. That's a conversation we'll continuously have as we move forward into the season. But you asked our listeners, 916-339-1140, what's the biggest question or one of the biggest questions or your question marks heading into the Sacramento Kings season? For me, beside the obvious of certain things like who's our backup power forward, our backup center, those things will work themselves out organically because someone has to play it. So I'm pretty sure Drew Eubanks will get a shot. I'm pretty sure Dario Sarge will probably get a shot. I'm pretty sure Maxime Reynaud will get a shot. And I'm pretty sure Isaac Jones will get a shot. Those are the four people that I think will at least get some type of run, unless it's, we figure out the campaign preseason in camp that one of those guys won't. But for me, if you're asking me, the question is Keegan Murray. I need Keegan Murray. And I know I'm asking a lot. I know I am, Drapes. I get it. I know I am.
You're asking a lot.
But I'm going to need a lot more from you, sir. And so my question heading into the season is this the year that Keegan figures it out in the form of touches, figures it out as in the form of when it is Keegan time, figures it out in the form of when I can take over, just his place in the hierarchy of this organization? Because he's treated as a big asset. I think we can agree to that.
Yeah.
He is a huge asset for this team. And I'm not saying it's not translating on the court 100%. I mean, it's not translating on the court in some form or fashion, in some percentage, but I'm not feeling like I'm getting 100% of what Keegan can give me. And if he is giving 100%, if he is maxed out, if he has hit his ceiling, that's another conversation to be had. But for me, that's the biggest question heading to the season. I kind of have a grip on what I think is going to happen with DeMar. I think this is it for him here in Sacramento. I kind of have a grip on, I think Isaac Jones is the power forward backup. I could be wrong, but those are my guesses. So my big thing heading into this season is how long, a la Jake Moody, how long will Scott Perry, BJ Armstrong, Paul, all those guys in the front office, the brass, how quick is the hook for this team? And the second question is this it? Have we reached the maximum capacity for Keegan Murray?
I don't think it's it, man. And I know that's a question mark going into the season. But when I look at Keegan Murray, it's not like he's gotten the opportunities and just hasn't delivered. He just hasn't gotten out touches. Jay, I'm looking at it, and this is one of the things I'm worried about. Going into the season, is Keegan taking more shots than DeMar this year coming up? No. Is he taking more than Zach coming up? No. This past season, he took 10.8 shots per game. Domas took 12.8. Is Domas taking more shots than Keegan this year?
Yes.
So right now, Keegan's the fourth option. Now, hold up.
Okay.
Hold up. Malik Monk last year, 14.4 shots. Is Malik getting more shots than Keegan?
I don't think this year.
Okay. All right.
I think they'll be mirrored.
And where's my boy Dennis Schroeder check in at that? Is he getting more shots than Keegan?
I'm going to say no. Right. I think Schroeder, and I'm going off the Draper love now here. Kyle Draper has told me Dennis Schroeder can fit in wherever he goes.
Yeah, Dennis
Schroeder. He can shoot it when it needs to be shot, and he can pass it when it needs to be assisted on. So I'm drinking your Kool-Aid. I got the picture. I'm thinking Keegan will have more shots than Schroeder because I'm thinking Schroeder will shoot it 9 times. That's what I'm thinking this is going to be. But this is part of my question. If we're breaking it down to the pie, as you like to do.
Yep.
Part of my question for Keegan is, can you go out and demand those shots?
That's the thing.
Are you going to go out and realize that you are being treated as a huge asset for this organization, and with that comes shots? As I said, part of the question is the hierarchy and where he sits in for this team.
We just brought it. Right now, he's 4th going into this season.
I think if we're looking at it on paper, and this is where I'm asking the question is, and that's why I said, is this the maximum we're going to get from Keegan? Because for me, Drapes, I would like Keegan to say, nah, I'm not settling for 4th.
Right.
And I don't know if that's a scheme thing. That's a Coach Christie question, a Coach Bobby Jackson, a Coach Woodson, whatever. By the way, another pet peeve, they still got Luke damn Laux on the official look of the Sacramento Kings website, man. Come on, man.
Jay, just text somebody.
I'm not. Because you know what I'm not going to do is do a job for somebody else.
I haven't been on the official site.
I'm just telling you. It's on there.
It's the off season. Things are about to ramp back up.
Okay.
Fella. They will make that.
All right. But I'm hoping, I'm wishing, I'm praying on it. I'm thinking Keegan will be able to say.
But who's he taking it from, Jay? Who's he looking at and saying, nope, I'm taking the shot?
I think it's got to be Debo. Because Domas, his 12 shots a game, 2, 3, 4 of those are on putbacks. They're not running the offense through him as far as he's at the nail or he's at the top, he's at the elbow.
Right.
He's not taking those shots fresh off the offensive movement. Mm-hmm. I think it's 3, 4, and I'm just speaking. I don't have the full numbers behind me, but my eyes tell me Domas gets 3, 4 shots on putbacks. He's not, give me the rock, let me go one-on-one, and I'm going to go get it. A lot of those is Malik dimed it to him, or somebody gave it to him. Hopefully Dennis Schroeder is giving him the rock, and he's piping on somebody. He's dunking on somebody. Mm-hmm. So in reality, the 2 people I'm looking at is DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine. The way this roster is constructed, this is Zach LaVine's team offensively. I think we can all
argue
agree
Zach
on that.
should get more shots.
Yes.
He took 16 shots a game.
Put up dub,
yeah.
Zach.
Yep.
Because I'm hoping Zach comes out and just says, screw everybody, watch me do me. If I'm Keegan, OG, I got nothing but love for you. And you've made a career out of getting buckets. But the future is me, sir. And that's what I'm talking about. And that's where I said, my question, because you asked all of us, the King's Kingdom, what's some of the pressing questions going into the season. It's Keegan knowing the hierarchy has to change. And I'm hoping that Coach Christie and Coach Jackson and everybody else over there, Coach Woodson and Miller and everybody else, Coach LB Barbosa, Dip, name them all. It said, Keegan, it's your time, baby. Debo is a Hall of Famer. His legacy is written, minus if he go get a ring. Mm-hmm. He a Hall of Famer no matter what at this point.
No, you're right.
Dog, you ain't.
It's your time.
It's your time, sir.
916-339-1140. What do you want to see from Keegan Murray this upcoming season? I think when it comes to Keegan, when I watch him, whatever the coach asks him to do, he'll do.
Agreed.
Coach, you want me to do this? All right, I'll do it.
I'm doing it all. And I take a step further real fast. I think he has been asked by the organization at times, and that doesn't mean from a minority owner or a Vec or anybody else. I'm saying for the greater good of this team and this organization, the staff, the GMs or whatever, whoever is making those decisions have said, we need you to be the best defender tonight. We need you to be the best shooter tonight. We need you to be a stand in the corner, Kawhi Leonard a la San Antonio Spurs type guy. Right. But I use that Kawhi Leonard, and I'm not comparing the two, but I'm also saying this. I think Kawhi Leonard was brought in for the Spurs to do just what Keegan has been doing for the Kings.
Right.
For whatever reason, Kawhi Leonard said, I'm not settling for that.
Right.
I'm a big dog. I'm going to go get mine.
Got it. Yeah.
And that's what I'm asking Keegan to do.
I wonder if Keegan, one of the things about my son, Nick, and I love him to death, but I've had this talk with him. He's satisfied with whatever he gets. Nick could be starving. All from a piece of toast. Thanks, Dad, for the piece of toast. Instead of, nah, bro, I'm starving. I'm going in the fridge myself. Give me that. I'm eating all this. I liken it to, bear with me here. Listen, follow me here, Kings Nation. A piece of cheese. Your stomach growling, but every day I give you a piece of cheese, and you think you're satisfied. Then you got the next person or the next rat or however you want to say over here, see another piece of cheese sitting on the plate, but that's not my piece of cheese. That's theirs. But hold up, dog, I'm starving. I'm eating that piece of cheese and your piece of cheese. I'm eating your slice and his slice. And I do think Keegan has that in him, meaning he wants to eat more. But I also think Keegan doesn't want to ruffle feathers, cause issues. But he's at a point now, hey, he's looking for a contract extension. Now you're talking about a guy, Jonathan Kuminga. What's he saying right now? I want a bigger role. I want more touches. Keegan Murray has had a fine start to his career, but he could be so much more. And the thing about the NBA, and I need to talk to Mike Woodson about this because he coached my guy Josh Childress. And I used to always say, I wish Woody would just, for a game or two, just sacrifice, be like, Josh, you're our guy. We running through you just to get him going. But my boy Josh Childress, 10 points his first year, 10 points his second year, 13 points his third year. Now, mind you, Jay, Josh Childress was the 6th overall pick.
Man.
So when you a lottery that high, you're viewed as a potential guy.
Yes.
Shot attempts for Childress, 8. 6.8, 9.4, 7.5. He never got to the point where he demanded, I'm putting it up 15 times, 18 times. Fine career.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, dude, you could have been so much better.
Mm-hmm.
Keegan offers more than what we're seeing.
Yes.
And it's either A, on the coaches in the organization to put him in that position, or B, for him, I think you're saying to go out there and take it.
Yes, one of the two. And that's why I used the Kawhi Leonard example. Would you not agree when he was chosen, and he was 15th, right, overall?
Who are you talking about?
Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, Kawhi, all right.
He was chosen in the form of, and it definitely played this way first couple of years in San Antonio. We need you to do whatever is asked type of guy for that night for our team.
Right.
Duncan, Parker, Ginobili, these guys are locked and loaded. But you're our hired gun. When we go play LeBron, we need you to stick LeBron. Mm-hmm. When we go play D-Wade, we need you to stick D-Wade. On a night we need you to sit over in the corner, a la Bruce Bowen, and get your shots up. Sean Elliott, we just need you to fire up threes. You know what? Duncan is taking the night off. TP is taking the night off. Kawhi, we need you to go get 30 for us tonight. To me, that's the role Kawhi played the first couple of years. But whatever reason, organically, it happened to where he proved to be way better than that. And he brought more to the table. But I truly believe a lot of that, because it's what we had been told, is when you come to San Antonio, you fit in. You do what needs to be done. Pop's he's the puppeteer. Right. And Tim Duncan is the man. And TP runs the offense. And Ginobili is off the bench and brings the excitement. And so on and so forth. You play this role to the best of your ability. But Kawhi said, nah, not me. I'm better than that. And I think they realized it and said, well, he's already bust through the ceiling. This dude is an animal, and he's got to go do what he needs to do.
How about this, Jay? Because the Kawhi Leonard is interesting. Kawhi's first year, 6.3 attempts.
Man.
Second year, 9.1. Third year, 9.8. Fourth year, 12.8.
Mm-hmm.
So he still ain't really, but then the fifth year, 15.1. Could that be the Keegan Murray path? I'm not saying he's going to be Kawhi.
No.
But it's one thing to do that when you got Tim Duncan, Ginobili, and Tony Parker.
Come on now.
You're deferring to them.
And Pop.
And Pop. It's another thing when Harrison Barnes is shooting more shots than you.
Right.
I said it last year. I would have liked Keegan to be in that 15-shot attempts range.
Right.
But how do you get that now with DeMar ain't taking no back seat, bro. DeMar ain't saying, all right, because you talking the top 25, 26 scorer of all time, Jay.
I got it.
His thing, he is a bucket.
Yes, he is. But that's why I say there's a fine line, Drapes. I'm not arguing that point, and I'm not saying we're arguing, but there is a fine line between greatness, good, and average. How many times have we come across people where we see greatness in the person, but they don't operate in that space for whatever reason that is? Man, how many times have we seen people where you're like, man, you just need an opportunity, a chance. We know it's not given to everybody, but we also know sometimes you got to go take it. I don't know where Keegan's mindset.
I know he feels he could do more.
Okay.
It ain't like he's just status quo. Okay.
He good. Right. So with that knowledge, which that's the first time I've ever heard that from inside information, and I take it as in the fact of sources tell you, right? That tells me that he wants more.
He wants more.
He wants to be more. He doesn't want to be average. He doesn't want to be good.
Right.
He wants to be on the pantheon of a top 50 guy in the league, an all-star, NBA all-league guy, those type of assets, those type of trophies. He wants to garner those things. If that's the case, accomplishments is what I was looking for. If that's the case, then you got to go get that big dog.
But you ain't trying to ruffle feathers, Jay. You're trying to be part of a team concept.
I got it. But it'd be different if you was, and this is my point, and that's why I brought up Kawhi Leonard. And you kind of made it, you said it for me. It'd be different if you had Tim Duncan and Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili and Greg Popovich and the San Antonio Spurs history and winning championships to battle through. You ain't got none of that. Ain't nobody on this roster, Tim Duncan. Ain't nobody on this roster, probably Tony Parker or Manu Ginobili. Because guess what? All three of them guys are going to be in the Hall of Fame and started in San Antonio. The only person that's got that type of ilk on this team right now is Debo. But you a Johnny come lately, sir.
Come on, that's Debo though, Jay.
Yes,
you got to respect the veterans, the elders.
I'm not saying me. I'm saying if I'm Keegan Murray, I respect Debo the hell out of Debo. He one of my favorite guys, but he ain't my teammate also, and we also ain't playing in the play-in every single damn year. Hey, Debo, it's time for me to shine big time. I'm 20 some odd years old. How about you get on my back and we go do it as a team? Let me be the Batman and you be the Robin, because you're a little long in the tooth, champ.
You having that conversation?
Why not? And if you don't, and let me say this, and this is the truth. Everybody ain't built to be an all-star, an all-NBA guy, a Hall of Famer. I get it. We all play our positions. We play our positions on this show. Mm-hmm. I understand it as a hierarchy, and that's why I started with it. But I'm also tell you this: if I'm Keegan Murray, or if I'm anybody over in that organization, and I draft Keegan Murray, this is just my thought process. And this guy is the number 4 draft pick overall. And just what you said, if you're drafted in that area, you thought to be one of them guys. Yeah. You maybe could be one of them guys. I would love for you to come knock on my door as the general manager or coach and say, hey, coach, man, I ain't getting it. I know we got a Hall of Famer. That's my guy. No disrespect to him. I know we got Big Z over there. I know he want to get 20 shots up almost a game. But there's going to be nights, and we seen it. Last year, we saw it. Zach LaVine looked confused. Where in the hell was Keegan Murray at? If nothing else, I'm not fitting in. I'm not doing it right now, because right now the situation doesn't cause for me to do that. I ain't playing with Tim Duncan. I ain't playing with Tony Parker. Popovich ain't the puppeteer, and Manu Ginobili ain't coming off the back. Man, dudes was ravaged. We were hurt. People were confused. If there was something that was a calming presence, it should have been Keegan. It was DeMar. I'm going to those guys and say, help me out. Keegan, help me out, bro. Help me out. You've been here for 3 years. Help me out. That's just the way I'm thinking. But I also understand, Drapes, he might not be that type of guy, and I respect it. And that's the full circle. That's what we started with. That's my question. We're working through my question is, I don't know if we've seen Keegan maxed out. And if he is, then that's another conversation to have. I believe he has a lot more. I believe he's super talented. I believe he has the athleticism, the IQ, and the know-how to be a star in this league. But I also know people don't put it together that way. I also know some people are okay with not ruffling feathers.
Right.
I know some people are okay with just fitting in. And that's cool, because you need them type of people to win championships. But I'm going to tell you this, when you get on the phone and make that phone call, and when fans and people like us, and when you arguing, because I know one thing, I don't want to fit in at the paycheck, the hierarchy of the salary, I'm going to want to get paid. If he want to settle in, he'll take the 4 for $44 million like Steph Curry did. His first renewal. That's not true, right? Jay, it's stupid, right? Yeah, it's crazy. He gonna want the 100 million. Just show me that. That's all I'm saying.
You can weigh in on this right now. 916-339-1140. Keegan Murray. Is it time for him to say, "Give me the damn ball, coach"?
That's not what you said.
But I like where you went with that. The big question marks going into camp. We'll continue to discuss the Drive Guys, Sactown Sports 1140.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Fidium Fiber.
I'm meteorologist Heather Waldman in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Clouds lingering Tuesday night. That'll keep temperatures up in the low 60s for Wednesday morning. Light winds, more clouds than sun. Highs stay in the upper 70s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA News and the KCRA app.
It's about time they
fixed that pothole.
Invented better windshield wipers.
Made an internet that just works. Fidium Fiber Internet, starting at only $30 a month. It feels like Fidium. Offer available to residential customers only. Terms and conditions apply. See Fidium.com for details.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at EnduranceWarranty.com.
If you're driving a car or truck with an expired warranty and suddenly lost your transmission,
or needed a full engine repair? Would a $4,000 repair bill leave you stranded? I'm Danica Patrick. Don't get caught off guard with a vehicle breakdown. Choose the company I trust. Endurance. No matter the mileage, if your vehicle is less than 20 years old, Endurance offers auto protection plans for any budget. Protection on the drivetrain, electrical, transmission, AC, and more. Plus 24/7 roadside assistance and rental car reimbursement on any plan. Endurance handles everything from making the claim to paying the certified mechanic of your choice. Act now and get 1 full year of elite benefits. A $2,000 value, free.
Call for your fast free quote today. Call 800-292-4382. That's 800-292-4382. 800-292-4382.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial.
Visit mintmobile.com/radio.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room with primetime football. It's back. Capital Casino is giving away $500 per game in high-hand bonuses for every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night primetime game. Offering the best food, best service, and the best action with the most variety of games in the region and conveniently located at 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com and please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. Country in the Part 2 this Saturday at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Locash, Vincent Mason, and Abriana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. This Saturday at Cal Expo with Proactive Pest Control, Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet, and Red's Pizzeria and Tap House. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sactown Sports.
Back here on the Drive, guys. Sactown Sports, 1140, Drapes and Jay. Talking about the Sacramento Kings training camp opening up in 3 weeks. Media day in less than 3 weeks. September 29th. Of course, we'll be live out there, Sactown Sports, 1140. Talking about Keegan Murray, because the conversation started. What are your questions for the Kings going into the training camp? One of my top questions was, what's up with this Jonathan Kuminga situation? Is he going to be on the team? How about Malik Monk? What about his situation? He's been rumored out there all off season. Is Dennis Schroeder the guy? I think he is. Obviously, I'm a big Schroeder guy. I think he's going to be great for the Sacramento Kings. Nick Clifford, can we see what he did during Summer League? Can he repeat that during the regular season? And what's this roster rotation going to look like? And we're talking about young Keegan Murray, who's eligible for an extension right now. Still nothing cooking on that. As soon as something happens, of course, we'll give it to you. But Keegan Murray, a former number 4 overall pick last season, took 10.8 shots per game. When you look at the Kings roster, where that ranks, and I'm taking De'Aaron Fox out of this. That was behind DeMar, behind Zach, behind Malik, behind Domantas Sabonis. For me, when I look at Keegan, and I said this before, it's not like the numbers are bad. We actually want him to shoot more. He's proven to be a solid three-point shooter. He's shown flashes out there. And the question is now the time for him to take that leap? And I wonder, how do you do that when DeMar is going to be DeMar? And let's not act like DeMar didn't have a fantastic season last year.
Fantastic
He had a great season.
Sure did.
So why are we trying to take away shots from Debo? Like, where are the shots for Keegan Murray going to come from? We just said we want Zach to take more shots.
Yep.
Is it Domas taking a step back?
I think Domas gets his assisted to him. It's not like he's it's not like he's going up to the cup by himself for the most part. Like, he's not ball hog. He's not, one-on-one type of player. Most of his shots come from assists or putbacks. The ball is given to him in a certain place. Running the lane, rarely do you see Domas, again, catch the ball on the nail. At the top. Yeah. And he, moving and grooving. I guess what I'm saying, Drapes, is, and this is the question that I think we're all having for Keegan. And when I say all, I truly think it's a high percentage of the Kings fans, is what is the ceiling for Keegan? And one thing I'm not going to do, because I laid it out. I'm not questioning Keegan's want to. Mm-hmm. I'm not questioning his abilities. I'm not questioning his mentality. Because if you sit down and really do the research, you'll hear it. His father has said, coaches at Iowa said, he was a hothead. So crazy that he had to learn to become a Zen master. So it's in there. It's in there. It may be buried, but it's in there. Second part of it is, I can see with my own two eyes, Keegan is ultra talented. Mm-hmm. He can shoot it and he put it on the deck. He's great defensively. He has all the abilities, all the assets to be an all-star. Because I look around the league and see other all-stars, and I'm like, Keegan can do just that. The third part of it becomes, which I do believe is a huge question, especially, over the last few years, because of just the way the organization has been ran and coach movement and so much other things, is the hierarchy. And what have they told him? We need you to play position A, play position B. You do this, don't do that. I'm pretty sure there's been some marching orders. But I go back to the Kawhi Leonard example. I truly think if you talk to and listen to what was going on in the Spurs during those times, Kawhi Leonard was given marching orders. And along the line, the only way I look at it is, he showed and proved that he was a better asset and he had more potential than those marching orders. Now, twofold. It either came from Kawhi busting through the ceiling and saying, look at me, I'm a better player. And or it came from the marching orders, meaning from the organization, to say, okay, Kawhi, it's your turn. Go ahead.
I think, and we talked about this, when you look at Kawhi, he had Tim Duncan and all those guys, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker. Kawhi started really shooting the rock his 15-16 season, 2015-16, when he shot 15.1 times. Tim Duncan's
Which
last
been
year.
What, his fourth year or fifth year in the league?
For Kawhi, that was his 5th year in the league.
Which is now where we're approaching what Keegan.
No, this Keegan's fourth.
I said we're approaching.
Yeah. And that was Tim Duncan's last year.
There you go.
So it was sort of a gradual, all right, now we're handing it over to Kawhi Leonard.
Got you.
Where's that coming for Keegan?
So I guess
that's not on Kawhi. Kawhi ain't say, get out the way, Tim Duncan, get out the way, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili.
So you think he came down to marching orders?
It was, we're going to mold you, develop you, and then hand it over to you. So can that be what the Kings are doing with Keegan? I don't know.
Could be. So if we're going on that timeline, which I presented Kawhi Leonard as an example, this year would be almost Tim Duncan's last year. This would be Debo's last year, the man taking the shots. And then next year is when Keegan's supposed to take the lead.
Keegan really.
Now I heard it. You heard it here first from Kyle Draper.
But we want to see some inclement, because here's the problem. Before last season, when we talked about Keegan Murray, we had the great Jerry Reynolds on. He's like, look at Peja. Look at the leap Peja made from year 2 to year 3. Look at the leap I mentioned Jason Tatum made from year 2 to year 3. Problem is, Kings went out there and got DeMar DeRozan. You get rid of Harrison Barnes, you bring in DeMar DeRozan, and Keegan's looking like, damn, all right, I got to adjust. Where are my shots going to come from? But we're having this conversation about Keegan because he's a Sacramento King. We love him. We expect, we think great things about him.
Wholeheartedly.
But how come they ain't having the same conversation in Houston about Jabari Smith? Keegan is a better player than Jabari Smith. But Keegan's numbers are better, Jay.
Yeah.
He's shooting more. How come Jabari Smith has the luxury of not being the guy? Is it because they won last year? They played well last year?
Yep. I think that's exactly what it is. And the fact of the matter is there has been I think the marching orders have been displayed a lot better in Houston than it has been here in Sacramento. And albeit, I think because of the turmoil that has happened over the last year, when it comes to the head coaching position and turnover and, De'Aaron Fox, last year was just a wash, right? Mm-hmm. So I give Keegan the grace for last year. But I think Jabari Smith's situation has been laid out a little more clear to fans and to the NBA circles. It's he wasn't even playing, felt like at certain points in times last year. He was definitely coming off the bench. He definitely was playing a role where Keegan we know he's playing a role, but I think there's more question into what exactly that role is, if that's more clear for you. It hasn't been given to us on a platter, Drapes. I think Jabari Smith's situation last year was given to us on a platter. Like, dude, you're not in, you might have a DNP CD here and there. But also, Houston was winning.
So if if the Kings are winning, we can accept with Keegan. It's, you know how it is, Jay. When you lose, you look at the stats. Keegan only scored 12. We need to get more from him.
Sure. You penny pinching. You count numbers. You're doing a review.
Keegan Murray, his first year, 9.8 field goals. Second year, 12.7. That's what I'm talking about. Nice little jump.
Yes, sir.
Then back to 10.8. Honestly, and this is where, and I got to talk to Doug, Mike Woodson, the coaches, because this is the NBA, Jay. This is the grown man's league, big fella. Is it on the coaches to baby you? Oh, I got to make sure I get Keegan shots. Or is it on his teammates? Oh, we got to get Keegan his shots. Or because you're in the man's league, grown man's league, you got to get yours. You got to go for yours.
Go for yours. I think it's a combination of both, Drapes. I think it's a combination of both. And I think that it definitely matters in the form of what organization you're in, who you're playing with, who's playing in front of you, what draft, what pick you were. But I do think it is a combination of both, because you can come in and Draymond Green, Isaiah Thomas, guys like that, where they were drafted on the back end of the NBA draft, second round, and they came in, put their head down, and showed and proved, now I'm a little bit better than where you guys kind of ranking me right now. And then vice versa. You know, how many times and we talked about Jake Moody, the crossover, or Trey Lance. Like, normally guys who get picked in that first round get a little longer leash because that money a little more guaranteed. We think a little more highly of you. Yeah. We have a lot more invested in you, time, effort, cash, you know, all these different things. And so I truly believe it's a little bit of both. But when it's all said and done, and on top of that, like you said, schemes and stuff like that. But I think when it's all said and done, though, it's got to fall on the player a little more.
You think, because I know for a fact Keegan feel like he can do more. I wonder how much of playing under Mike Brown, Mike, want him to be a two-way guy. We need you to guard the other team's best player, get after it defensively. Like, will his role change under Doug Christie is what I want to know when it comes to Keegan Murray. That's something I'm going to have to find out from Doug. Because I wanted to look at some of the numbers for Keegan with Mike Brown versus Coach Doug Christie. In terms of shot attempts. And you also got to remember De'Aaron Fox was on the team. Fox was getting them up.
Oh, yeah.
Like, no Fox was getting
close
them up.
Close to 20, I believe, right? About 18 or something?
Exactly. Fox was getting them up. Last season, under Mike Brown to start, Keegan Murray, 11.1 shots per game. Under Doug Christie, with De'Aaron Fox on the lineup. See, because this was 3 different seasons, 3 or 4 different seasons. With Doug Christie and De'Aaron Fox on the lineup, Keegan Murray, 10.3 shots. So his shots went down.
Okay.
After De'Aaron Fox left, with Doug Christie as head coach, Keegan Murray, looking at the numbers here, 10.7 shots.
About the same.
So it's all about the same. So no matter who the coach was, who your supporting cast was, Keegan stayed the same.
He's still getting them up at the same pace.
That might mean, to Jay's point, he got to be like, and here's the thing, Jay, too.
It's a gray area, man. I'm not, Dre's, by all means, and I know you're not taking it, but I want to make sure it's clear. I'm not taking it and saying it's all on Keegan Murray.
Right.
By all means, I'm not. It is a gray area for you to come in as a young man, be put on a certain team with goals and aspirations, beam team, coaches, your coach, your veterans are telling you something different. I'm not saying it's easy, man. I'm not saying that.
And it might not even, here's the thing, Jay, too. It might not even be Keegan saying, give me the ball, or coach, I need more shots. It might be, oh, that's that get hype music right there. I was about to say, but it might be, Keegan, you more open than you notice. Like, I get, you know what I mean?
That's a different question.
It's like, it ain't, give me the ball, or Keegan, we going, it's, dog, the shot is there. You have to be more aggressive. It ain't, I'm the man now. It's, dog, if you got an open shot, if you got an advantage, you feel like you could take, you got to be more aggressive.
Got to go get it.
He might have been able to get 2 or 3 more shots a game just by looking at the rim a little bit more. Man, this is going to be a fascinating season, right? We got so many storylines.
September.
It's September, man. But these are the questions we have going into training camp. And there's a lot more as well. We'll continue this conversation tomorrow. Hopefully Kevin Whitey Gleason will be back. We'll be reunited. It's been like 3 weeks, 3.5, 4 weeks since the Drive guys have been fully together. We're going to form like Voltron tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Shout out to Jay. Shout out to my guy, Jemai Webster, also at the Red Sox for jumping on. You've been listening to the Drive guys here on Sactown Sports 1140.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
If you're driving a car or truck with an expired warranty and suddenly